Forget it.
Let's start. Never mind.
Okay.
I quit.
Hello, welcome to Blowhards, episode 40.
Yeah.
40? Yeah, 40.
40.
That's something.
Drop a 40 for my homies because we the Blowhards crew.
You couldn't even
Great.
finish that without laughing.
Now you can see head shakes.
Yeah.
There's going to be many.
Yes.
Not for the people who just listen.
All right.
Well, they're missing out.
All right.
All right. I'm Ryan Hess. With me this week, Taylor Radcliffe,
Hi.
Churro,
Hey.
and Brian Radcliffe.
And I'm back.
Yeah, you're back. Where you been? You've been sick.
Sick and working and prepping, all kinds of really weird life stuff. So I am back.
Life stuff is not fun.
What are you prepping?
For things.
The Dragonator.
Ugh.
Gaped.
1 minute till ready.
Oh, God.
You nasty.
So what's up? What have you guys been doing?
What have you been doing, bro?
What have you been doing?
You haven't been around.
You started playing like a new game. It's not Monster Hunter.
Dragon Quest Builders on
Yeah.
Switch.
How's that?
It's fun.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
What are you
so-
doing it? Is it like Minecraft with Dragon Quest?
I mean, there's
Toriyama.
like blocks that you can break and stuff, and you have like a little like 32 by 32 area. I think that's the dimensions of it. But anything you build in there, you can get points for, like, you know, bathtub worth 300 points or something like that, and that increases your city level, and different combinations of furniture makes it like a bedroom or a sewing room or a mason's workshop, things like that. That the villagers will actually interact with, and sometimes they'll just make items and put it in a chest, or you can use them for, you know, a variety of purposes.
The fuck was that?
I didn't even touch it. My microphone
This
is
is why we can't have nice things.
Eric's microphone is cursed. No wonder Eric always has problems with his mic.
That's Eric arguing like from afar.
God.
He's like, actually,
His spirit's
actually,
just like-
Brian.
Anyways,
You fuck.
I sunk like 30 or 35 hours into it, and I beat chapter 1. I was like, what?
That's fucking crazy.
Chapter 1? How many chapters are there?
Oh my God.
So I'm probably like 70 or 80 hours into it.
Yeah.
Jeez.
That's pretty good.
That's nice.
Tense.
What about you, Churro? Nothing?
No, one of my roommates recently got an Xbox One X, but he bought like
On Xbox?
an Xbox. Yes, but he picked
Xbox.
up one of, I don't remember what racing game, some Forza nonsense.
Forza.
Forza.
It's either Forza, like what, Horizon, or just like the regular
I think it's like
one.
Horizon 2 or something.
Sure.
Or it's like, it wasn't Motorsport.
That's an old one.
Yeah. Well, either or he just got that. He's like, yeah, let's fucking race, dude. And there's something animalistic about racing virtual cars that I'm just like
sure
really
guess.
into.
Mario Kart.
Yeah, and it's like, yeah. And then I get like, there's a big vein in my neck. I'm just like getting all sweaty, just screaming like, I'm gonna missing. But of course, I can't drive in virtual life either. So I'm just like, fuck. And it's like spinning out of control.
You broke your legs in that game.
Yeah, just fuck. Yeah. It ejected me from the car. Just like Nick just snapped back. But no, I mean, it reminded me that like I really like, because it always makes you think of that movie Redline.
No.
So it's like,
yeah,
where's
yeah.
my nitrous? And just do the wacky. Like,
Taylor
like,
hates Red
You don't
Line.
win by the power
I
of
love Redline up until the ending.
The like last 2 minutes or whatever.
Yeah.
Power of love wins.
And they both win, and it's just like, no, they were competitors. Why did they both win?
Because they got into the same car, Taylor.
They weren't even in a car when they crossed the finish line.
It turns like double dash at the end. It's
Yeah.
just
It's
that's how
loud.
the rules work.
They broke out of their car. They're
just-
just his
They
pompadour
became their
wins.
car. It's amazing.
Taylor, they were both driving stick.
She's just mad because
That's all you
Machine
need
Head. She goes for Machine Head.
It plays a sweet tune every time. it's on.
Machine Head. Machine Head.
It's so good.
So
It-
We should
the-
try. We should watch that again.
Yeah. We'll do commentary on it.
Oh,
One
that'd be-
problem about Redline is that Taylor always plays a stupid soundtrack when we're going like 5 miles an hour on a residential street.
Yeah, I'm playing Yellow Line.
Like-
It's like all intense. It's at a stoplight.
We'll have been going like 80 miles an hour down the freeway. We'll get off, and then she'll play that fucking song.
It's not that I
Something-
intentionally do it. It's just shuffle.
Sometimes I'll try to like time Deja Vu on like the little curve on the go-to over there.
Yeah.
On the freeway.
Drift
on my way home
off.
from your guys' place or from like work or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Racing. The last racing game I played after this was Dirt 3. like on the what is that? The PS3.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think.
It was
Yeah,
fun.
is it? Yeah.
It was fun just getting back into it. I'm like, wow, this is beautiful. And but you, like, since it's old, you see all the polygons and all like the like. Not that great apparently,
Great.
but it is fun. Yeah.
Taylor, what have you
Taylor,
been up to?
I've been trying to do art, so not many video games, but I have still been playing Monster Hunter, of course.
Of course.
Oops.
Of course.
With the Wiggler helmet.
Yeah, there's an event.
That's so weird. The
Yeah.
regular
I
helmet.
think you mean
Well,
amazing.
It
What-
is amazing. Yeah.
What was really great about it is because like a lot of people were complaining that the armor and weapons were kind of like losing their charm that the older games had, because like the older games like literally had a cheese wheel and cheese knife as a weapon, and
Oh,
like
yeah.
one was like a shark with a no swimming sign. Like there was just a lot of wacky new weapons and
Sure.
armors.
Wacky.
So
Yeah,
like,
wasn't there like what is it, like dual blades or like chainsaws or something?
Yeah.
like, there's nothing.
and
like
there's
that.
a long sword that's a chainsaw in the
Yeah,
old
yeah,
ones.
yeah.
Oh my
Like
god.
they're really great. And so this helmet, the regular helmet, is kind of like a bring back to like the more wacky, homage to like what we kind of expect out of Monster Hunter.
Sure, right.
And it gives wide range too, and it has 2 slots, so you can just make it a wide range 4 helmet. So like,
What the fuck?
yeah, it's a free wide range 4 helmet. It's amazing because it's like it encourages people to play more like collaboratively and supportively.
Mm-hmm.
So like whenever you drink a potion, it just heals everyone. It's really nice. And so
Mine has wide range 5 and attack +7.
I made
The
a
Wigger
set.
helmet?
Yeah.
No, an armor
Oh, no,
set
just
built
mine.
around it.
Yeah.
I'm
awesome.
currently running Mushroomancer 3, wide range 5, and then speed eating. And I think there was like one other one.
Wait, you're only running speed eating 2, so you're a casual.
Ah, yes, the fabled
You're
mushroom
less
mancer.
supportive than
I haven't
speed
finished
eating
the
3.
set. No, actually, I did get 3.
Oh.
I got another Gobbler Jewel. It was nice.
Oh, finally.
Yeah, it took a while.
What you gobbling over there?
So I just eat things really quickly. So if you eat an Excite Shroom, it gives everyone like defense up. If you eat a Poison Mushroom, it gives everyone like attack up. And if you eat Devil's Blight Mushroom, it gives everyone like stamina.
Nitro
dash.
Shroom's attack.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that.
I feel if you eat
So-
poison mushroom, you just fall over. Just instant cards to you.
That'd be amazing. So essentially just running around and just eating, which is what I do in real life too. So
Right, sure. That's a
Do you wear
lie.
that pig mask?
Except everybody else suffers.
No.
I don't
no,
believe
that's why I
that.
have the Wiggler helmet.
I don't believe that for a second. You don't run. None of us run. Look,
She's got like 10 stamina left.
people can see us now. They know.
Yeah, no, like Staminar's bar is this big, and whenever it spends, I have to like sit there like.
You're at the point where if you run, you're already exhausted.
Basically.
I'm just always have that bleeding. So I'm just like,
Oh,
always.
God.
I'm just like every move. I'm like,
Good. And like it's
My
really
health is
nice is you compare it with a sword and shield, and if you have a sword and shield, you don't have to put away your weapon to consume items. You can just have your weapon drawn and then eat.
Oh, that's cool.
So you don't have to like go through like the quick sheath animation or anything like
Yeah,
that. It's
that's
just like
nice.
is that how you eat too?
Yes.
I just go like face first. Just
Yeah, none of us put anything away before we eat. It's just-
my two-handed Brian.
oh, God.
so it's been real fun, but I had to like get so many like materials to make the armor I wanted. Like I got the helmet really easily, and then it's like, oh, what's the best for this? Okay, this quest that I have to fight 5 monsters for, and I have to run it at least 3 times.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just doing it. What,
Yeah. What?
are you done?
Yeah.
Okay.
You.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
What have I been doing? I did a bunch of phone games.
Ugh.
Nice.
It was weird, yeah. I played some game called Florence, which is like it's like some game about it's like a story-driven thing where it shows you like in pictures a story between like some girl and some guy she dates.
Is that one of those scary things where it's like the text messages and like it's like one of
No,
those?
there's not even a lot of there's more than. I'm trying to think of what I'm trying to think of. I can't even talk. There's like 3 words in the whole thing aside from like the titles for the chapters. It's just like, oh, you know this person's the mom because it says mom on the phone, but like everything else is just like you do little things to advance the story by like pushing buttons, and it kind of makes it feel like it's interactive, but it's whatever.
Is it a game or is it like
I mean,
interactive storytelling?
We've had that conversation before. Like it's
A visual novel?
I mean, you need to press things to progress. So yeah, I get it.
Pretty sure that's any software.
That's true. Yeah.
Otherwise, it's a movie.
yeah, maybe it's a movie then.
It's a phone movie.
In like portrait mode, which is awesome.
You mean how I record?
Yeah.
Uninstall instantly.
God. I also finished a game called Splitter Critters on my phone, which is like you have to like guide these little aliens around your phone screen. You have to like you cut the screen and like rearrange the setting.
Yeah.
To like make them walk across to get to the goal. It's kind of neat.
Does it use like your layout or like?
No, it's just like whatever's in the game.
Okay.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of cool. You have to like move like your folder
iPhone
photos.
apps.
You have to like line up the ground they're walking on.
Yeah.
So you have to like say there's like a level up here. I
Yeah.
forgot it on video now.
Oh, well.
Like up here, and then there's like another one, and you cut it and like bring it to each other.
Okay.
Yeah. So
So
there's a bunch of like hazards that
It's
get
like
in your way.
escort Pikmin again.
Something like that, yeah,
Nice.
basically. Except you don't have a character you control. It's
just moving.
you manipulate the environment.
You
Yeah,
just have to be God.
yeah, basically.
God.
It's fun though. What else did I play?
What could it be?
I found in the game Celeste I've been playing, that platformer on Switch. There's like the original 1.0 version of that game is like in the game as like an arcade type thing.
Oh shit!
And I beat that real quick.
Nice.
So it's just
strong.
it counts as a separate thing. Like I don't know, it had a separate release like the last 2 years ago. I can't remember.
Is that kind of like that Treasure Island thing where you can press the button to go back to show you what it was like?
Oh no,
I don't-
it's like a different game mode.
No, yeah, this is like a whole. It's like they put the whole like file for the game inside this other game.
It's like what they were like using before, like what they were doing beforehand, and then it's like
It's like, did you ever play like Animal Crossing on GameCube?
yes,
And like you could get like old Super Nintendo or NES things for your room, and you
Yeah.
could like play the games inside the games.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
Donkey Kong.
Yeah, yeah. There you go. What else did I play? I started Splatoon 2. That's I just bought that on a whim because
Yeah.
people around me were playing it, and I started playing online, and I'm real bad. It's just like
Everyone.
Well, you're so far behind everyone who got it day one.
that's true, yeah. And like they all keep telling me to do the story for it, and I'm just like, I gotta just get to that. And like I started playing the story yesterday, and I was like falling asleep during the middle of it. And I was just like, this is
Are you still fighting Octonauts or Octolings?
yeah, they're like weird, like gross tentacle fake.
Yeah, they're just the little tentacle. Yeah,
Yeah, they're something. So yeah,
they're creepy.
But there's a bunch of new weapons that there weren't in the last one. There weren't.
I'd hope
I
so.
don't know. I'm just
Sequel.
using the roller thing.
Oh.
And just roll over dudes because I don't know.
That's
That
a
was in the last thing.
cheap.
Yeah,
weapon.
no. Yeah,
He's using what's familiar.
There's ones that are like two guns. I guess I don't know if that was the last one.
The
I
dual
can't remember.
spitters.
I barely played the last one before I just stopped because Wii U. I don't know.
I can't help but draw parallels to Senran Kagura at this point.
No.
Oh yeah, 'cause
This
that's
was first.
yeah, because Senran Kagura is like
Peach
Splatoon
Beach
with boobs.
Splash?
Before,
yes,
before
it's-
I
like
want to know Splatoon 2 or Senran Kagura Peach Beach is first.
I don't know.
Okay.
Okay, right.
Splatoon was first.
Splatoon.
Somebody can let us know.
Okay, yeah. Oh yeah, I don't know. I haven't checked the thing.
It's fine.
Whatever. But yeah, I think that's everything.
That's
no,
pretty good.
more Monster Hunter, I guess. I don't know.
Well, did you do the multiplayer for Splatoon 2 yet?
Yeah,
Like,
I did. I jumped right into that when I first started it.
were you slaying?
No, that's really bad. So,
And it was just like, what is it? Like one of like the heavier weapons from the first game. I don't remember. I think it was like one of the launchers that I just like wrecked shop with. But every time like snipers would just ruin me.
yeah.
I hate the
Well, yeah,
snipers in that
that's
game.
the thing is like you buy a weapon and you're like stuck with the loadout it has. Like you have the same grenades and the special or
Yeah.
whatever. So yeah,
So you have to like figure out what you actually want.
make it work with whatever.
did-
And like there's like you get like buffs from clothing you wear too, like certain abilities or
Yeah.
something.
Like how fast you move when you're in this like squid form under the ink.
Yeah, or like how much you reserve in your tank type of thing.
No, the best side weapon thing was like you get this airstrike. It just like ruins everything. It's just like this tornado of ink. And it's like so
Yeah,
good.
they have that in this too. It's just like you like target an area and it just like
it's like,
locks on.
bonk.
It lands like wherever you locked onto though. So like if people move, it's just like you fucking lose.
Well, you want to use that to like if the enemy dominated most of this area, you just like ha sucker, and it just and then ruins everything.
Yeah, basically.
It's pretty good.
But yeah,
Yeah.
yes. I think that's everything I did though. I'm
Nice.
just trying to.
Other than that, then yeah, I just played Monster Hunter more too when I could. I've been like sick all week, so I've been dying. I just want to go to bed. But I'm like at the same time, I'm like, but I need Xeno'jiva horns.
I can't get that still.
Why not?
I keep trying to get.
Oh right,
Xeno'jiva
because
horn-
insect glaze.
Shut the fuck up. Better than hammers.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
I love breaking everything.
Man, not the
Sounds
tail
like
though.
hammers would be really effective for breaking horns.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've actually still never broken like their gigante horn. Makes me sad.
Sucks to suck.
The first time I saw it broke was on like a video somebody else did. I was really mad. I was like, man,
you can break his regrowth plates too.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, surprise.
Whatever. Anyway, news. Should we move on?
Let's move on.
News.
What are you, Yoda? Or Blanca.
Lordy.
I want someone to also tally up how many times you're going to cough and sneeze on me throughout this.
Plenty.
Face that way.
I won't sneeze.
No.
I'd date her.
You said you'd always face Brian.
Yeah, you're right.
All right. So we have a new Overwatch hero.
Yeah.
That was like we speculated on it or whatever last week, but
Yeah.
now it's an official thing. Don't fucking pant like
What?
that, you weird
That
man. Bridget, I guess, or I don't know how to say her name. It's like weird.
Brigay.
Brigida.
That too.
Okay, and she's like she has a shield and like a what would you call that weapon?
It's a flail.
Flail. Okay. Yeah, I don't know.
She's like long range mace.
Yeah, it's like crazy long range
Yeah,
too.
it's stupid
Doesn't make
long
any
range. It's
sense.
like whoa, future.
And yeah, she has like a charge thing. Where you just like we saw that video of like somebody like launching off like across like Eichenwald or shit like that.
They just got like random like just like environment shit and was like woo.
Yeah, so it's still in the PTR I think right now. Yeah, she whatever.
It's 2018, bro. But
Whoa.
she got like a really small like shield too, like Reinhardt as well.
Yeah, it's like thin though.
Yeah. Support tank.
Yeah. She's support but plays like a.
I don't know where
The
her.
shield's
I didn't see
just
what.
wide enough for herself.
Yeah,
That's exactly what it is. Yeah,
Selfish.
I didn't see what her ult is though. Did you?
I didn't see that either. Yeah, no.
So I'll keep that a mystery until it comes out. Then I'll be surprised. Because I had known what was it like Doomfist and like Moira's like ultimate just by watching videos and stuff. I'm like I'm not gonna watch anything on Brigitte.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna see what it's
Yeah,
like.
the Doomfist one is pretty obvious.
Yeah, we're
That's
just like
the
hello.
yeah.
It made me laugh. Someone took like a screenshot like the end of the game and it's like the Torbjorn like hugging his turret. It's like Torbjorn and his daughter and Bridget. She's standing in the background.
Oh no. Sad.
Yeah.
Torbjorn.
Yeah, but we saw this video of just somebody just like flailing around like the bodies after they're dead. They're just like, stop, he's already dead.
Just ruining a diva.
Yeah. Or like the like messing with the what's that horse?
Orisa.
Just like
That
knocking,
horse.
knocking it around, just like knocking it off the
Who's
edge.
that a horse?
They're just like waving, bye bye.
He just knocked it off the map.
That's my horse.
You gotta blow into the thing. Never mind.
Don't blow into things, you weird.
But no,
man.
like that thing just like ripped like what was it like a Widowmaker out of the sky? It was like when it was jumping.
Yeah, the range is crazy on.
I know. It was like it was just like across the map. Like hello.
yeah, it's
like-
nuts.
Yeah,
Don't worry,
it's-
they'll probably nerf it.
yeah.
I'll probably
I'll just outwraith it until I don't.
don't say it's okay.
I'll outwraith it until I
Anyway.
run into a Reinhardt charge.
Oh, this thing takes a second to load.
A whole second.
Oh, okay. So we talked about the Nintendo like user review system that they
Yeah.
put up, and like I guess they already took it down.
Wow.
So
Did people draw dicks with it?
it says Nintendo.com recently offered a trial customer review feature to let users share feedback on Nintendo Switch games on our website. This response has been positive, and Nintendo appreciates it. So I guess they're saying that it was like a beta test for
I guess
reviewing.
so.
After all, I don't know.
I would have liked if it was just like, why can't the Metroid crawl? And just over and over and over and over again.
Yeah.
Now Eric can stop worrying about those emails.
I guess. Yeah. He was getting those as we left yesterday. It was
I
strange.
saw.
Whatever.
Just like ding ding. He's like, they won't leave me alone. I was like, at least they won't leak your information. Sony.
Oh, jeez, fuck.
I'm trying not to cough on you right now. I'm just holding it
Because
so
you know
hard.
I'm waiting
It's
to.
like, oh.
No.
I'm gonna record violence against people.
Yeah. Good.
Not you.
Oh.
He's gonna hit you. Try.
Oh, is that what he's going to try to do?
He's gonna, yeah.
As soon as it gets to 5, it goes. Shh.
What was I watching where somebody punched something and it hurt them more?
Probably any punch you've ever seen.
What's the
That's
sharpness
true.
on those knuckles? What's the sharpness on those knuckles?
They do blunt damage.
Are you wearing a decoration for knuckle sharpness?
I'm wearing insurance.
What? You're going to need it when I'm done with you. Churro Jang.
Okay, so I guess as of March 8th, which is 2 days from now, this recording we're doing live. PlayStation 3 and Vita games are not going to be included with PlayStation Plus anymore.
Well,
Or no, wait, that
I was
says
like,
What?
well, actually.
March 8th, 2019.
Vita
so
and 3.
we have a year. Yeah, I don't know. They announced that super in
Way to
advance.
bait and switch me, asshole.
So like, it won't affect the games you already have though. Like, if
Yeah.
you got free PS3 or Vita games before, you still have those. But like, yeah, they're just not going to offer them after next year.
Yeah.
At least they're giving people plenty of heads up.
I guess, yeah. It's fucking, you've had heads up for 5 years
Yeah.
that the Vita was worthless.
Yeah, aw.
Sorry. And who's playing PS3 anymore? Whatever.
I
Sad
still have a
people.
PS3.
Are you playing it?
I
No.
use
There's a
it
lot
for
of good PS
PlayStation
Plus
1 and 2
games on
games
it.
only.
That's good. Yeah. Because you don't want to like stream it or whatever on PlayStation now. That shit's garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that's just that. Great. Oh my god, the thing takes forever to load.
Fucking figure it out.
All right. Nintendo is interested in expanding the Switch's capabilities via peripherals.
Oh, wait.
Wait, outside of the Labo
Outside
stuff?
of the Labo stuff, like after they announced that, they're like, "Oh, we should try to do more."
No.
Let's make cardboard controllers.
I love Labo, okay?
It's kind of
You
neat
would-
looking, but I don't know.
Can we get more wheels and tennis rackets? A la
Wheels.
wheels.
They already make the Switch wheels.
They do?
Yeah.
Cool.
They're
Every
small.
time I hear wheels, I just think of the Burger King Kids Club kid that's in like
You
a
just
wheelchair.
stop.
No.
Meals on wheels.
Hot Wheels. Yeah.
They're saying that this could include network-related features and peripherals to be attached to the USB Type-C port. Great. Yeah, I don't know.
So you can add a
I guess
webcam.
they just want to they want to improve things with peripherals rather than making like another like a
Yeah,
Switch Mini or something.
You have
or
like a
Switch
little
XL.
add-on with
Yeah,
like
but the USB-C port's like on the bottom, right?
Yeah, or if you use the dock, it's on the side. I think. No, wait. Yeah, I don't know. That's weird.
it's just like a singular grip. You can just hold on to. You can use it like a mallet.
It'll be like that thing they made for the 3DS, like that whole like boat thing that added the extra
no.
the second thumbstick.
Well, that needed that desperately, and
That
it's
shit
just like
was so bad though.
awful.
Monster Hunter was the reason for that.
Oh yeah, 3DS party boat thing.
Monster Hunter, another innovator of sorts.
No,
Yeah, I think playing Monster Hunter with like the D-pad just blew.
what about the virtual D-pad on the screen?
The virtual D-pad. I think
It's still better than on
God, you had
PSP
to-
having to do the claw.
It was the same thing, but with the other hand.
That's true.
And you needed to use your thumb for these buttons, so I would have much rather done the claw with this one to turn the camera than the fucking
know how many,
give
like,
up attacking.
Left hand cramps I had from PSP Monster Hunter. Playing like
Because
this.
your will sucked.
I still gotta use fucking claw and Monster Hunter for Insect Glaive.
Why?
Because like I have to like use the right stick to move and like to also press like the triangle to shoot the bug at dudes.
know what your problem is.
I don't know. Am I doing something wrong? I don't know.
Yeah, you're using the insect glaive.
Oh,
Are you holding it like this?
what?
Are you holding it like this?
Yeah, shut up. It's just how I hold things.
Do you have any more useless greatsword facts, Taylor?
Yeah.
Why is everyone so mean today?
Because I'm sick.
Oh, okay. So you're just
fine.
always sick.
Yeah.
Rude boy.
It's tough love, asshole. Mwah.
Speaking of tough love, the PS4 game Detroit has a release date.
Oh, yeah?
It's coming out May 25th this year.
Oh.
Right around the corner.
Nice.
Yep, it's coming.
Happy birthday, Eric.
And shortly after this, I saw somebody like redid the cover, and it has like all the words and everything, but it's just like Eminem looking out the window on the train. Detroit, it's good.
No.
Yes.
No. I said no.
Fine.
Yeah.
Question mark.
Question mark.
As per usual.
Do you want to play that game, Tro?
Yeah, I would
Detroit.
definitely want to try it out.
You're gonna go down all the weird branching paths,
Yeah,
maybe.
well, I think I mentioned it last week, like slightly, but I want to start the Omnic Crisis. Start in
Oh,
Detroit.
Jesus.
Yeah, I'm gonna start the whole thing. They have to create Overwatch to stop me, and then I can enjoy Overwatch. See, time paradox.
You have to be the villain in order
Yeah,
to create
you know.
a brighter future.
Just like Fire Emblem.
God, why?
Yes.
Okay, so the that game we couldn't remember the name of. It's called Deep Rock Galactic, where you're like a weird dwarf
Oh,
in
Space
Yeah,
Dwarfs.
Yeah, that's entering. Is it early access on Steam?
Yes. Yes.
So,
Yes.
I thought you were gonna do like some like weird like development pun. It's like it's entering the stratosphere this summer. That you'd see on promotional work.
says the current early access build is $25. Includes single player mode, 4-man multiplayer, and 4 dwarf classes.
Yeah.
4 dwarf classes.
Full dwarfs.
What would 4 dwarf classes be, True?
Let's see. There's
Approximately 2 normal door.
Well, they
2
had-
normal classes.
they're probably gonna have like a standard like minor, like a heavy minor, because we saw like they had
A
like
minor and a heavy minor?
Yeah.
And then like Matt, and then...
A minor and an adult.
I'm sad that didn't land.
Don't say a minor and an adult. You fucking
Shut
nerd.
the fuck up, Taylor. His name is Bristlebeard Picklenut, and he's
Pickle
here to
nuts.
mine your moons.
Pickle nuts, huh?
Bristlebeard Picklenuts. My Bristlebeard, Pickle Nuts, Bristlebeard.
They say they expect Deep Rock Galactic to remain in early access for 1 to 2 years.
What?
Hey, it beats Rust 7. So that's all I care
So
about.
great, yeah. I can't wait till 2020 when this game comes out.
Like the future, where space dwarves
I
are
guess. Fucking, yeah.
Or maybe it's the past. As dwarves aren't around anymore.
They describe it as like Left 4 Dead, but with bugs instead of zombies.
No.
And you're short and bearded.
Hey, I'll take it.
No.
I think
Pass.
Pass.
something to just turn the brain off and just fucking play.
I mean, Left 4 Dead. Left 4 Dead.
Left 4
already-
Dude.
Left 4 Dead already exists though.
Is
so
that a
like,
disguise spinoff?
Left 4 Dude?
Hey, dude.
I don't know
So
why I was
dude.
thinking it was gonna be like a Minecraft, like open world type thing
Nah.
with mining. No.
It's 'cause
More
dwarves.
shooting.
Shooting.
Bleh.
Did we talk about Xbox One games with gold garbage?
No, not last week. No.
We talked about it like 2 weeks ago, though. I think they had it out super early.
Yeah.
So there's, we talked about this. There was Trial of the Blood Dragon,
Oh right.
and then
right.
there was Super Hot.
Which I trial itself, I'm like I understand, but Trials of the it was weird that they put those together.
Yeah, it's strange. I don't.
You can ride the blood dragon.
Yeah.
They're
I
like,
don't
yeah. Give me fuel, give me fire, give me that's what I desire.
There's also because I couldn't think of what Brave the video game would be, and it's like fucking it's that shitty Disney
Where
movie.
you try to kill your mom?
Yeah, you just fight bears until one of them's your mom.
It's just the nature part of Assassin's
I
Creed
thought
3.
your bear was usually your dad, but
It's more to do. No, he's the bear hunter.
There's no dads in Star Wars. Not
Star
Star
Wars.
I don't know.
There's a whole thing about a dad.
Yes, that's true. Also, Quantum Conundrum. Yeah, we talked about this.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
did. Yeah.
Yeah, well, cause I brought this up because like they just announced like the PlayStation ones like 2 days ago.
Yeah.
but they announced the Xbox ones like fucking 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I don't understand that.
What's
shit.
the place? Because I looked and it was still Knack and what was it?
Oh, Knack and I don't know some girl.
Some
Knack
awful-
and Dockster.
So Knack and Doxer.
Dockster.
That's good.
No, it's not. Don't give him that. You gotta be gone for 2 weeks and then say that.
Was
3
it only
weeks.
2? I was like 3.
Whatever. Who's counting?
Apparently everybody else but you.
People who can count.
Those who can't count do. 2 plus 2 is 4.
So God, he's doing it again.
Minus 1, that's 3. Quick maths.
That's
All
why
right.
you weren't here.
All right. March PlayStation Plus games. Free games.
Yeah.
Yeah. What?
Yeah.
Come on.
What I do?
Spit it out.
What? Fuck off. All right. So there's Bloodborne.
Whoa.
Yeah, I know, right? And there's that Ratchet and Clank, which I think is like the 2016 remake they did.
Okay. It gives me a chance to play this.
Sure. Mighty Number 9. They're just giving to people now.
I don't even want it.
No, nobody does. Claire Extended Cut. I'm guessing it's some sort of horror game. I don't know.
I'll try it. I like horror.
Yeah, usually games that are named after women are just like horror games for some reason.
Yeah.
So,
Esther.
yeah.
Horror games. Is that what you said earlier? And then you mentioned something about women. That's very inappropriate. Sure.
Bombing Busters.
So like Bomberman, except
It doesn't say.
It's just Mega Busters just across the screen.
Yeah. Something called Legend of K. Great.
okay.
That's a PS3 game
Okay.
only. Nobody cares.
Legend of Ketamine.
And don't say ketamine. You weird man. All right.
Yeah.
At least I'm so happy I ever can experience Bloodborne.
Yeah, that'll be cool.
Yeah. And now everyone will be like, this game's bullshit. Because everyone's going to lose in the fucking village in front.
That'll be me.
Everyone's going to die to the werewolf in the hospital. You can just run past them, everybody. I'm telling you right now.
All right.
Spoilers.
No, Taylor.
Only cowards run from, opposition.
Werewolves.
I play a game called Bloodborne and I run away from a werewolf. What kind of pussy are you?
I mean, you could fist the werewolf.
Yeah, why wouldn't you?
Don't fist the
You got to go behind it and fist it. And then the blood gush.
The gush.
The gush.
Is
The
it
blood.
moist?
It's moist and wanting.
Have you had these special variant gushers? They're furry.
No.
They're covered in fur and teeth.
Yeah, they're howling. It's crazy.
Ugh.
All right, let's keep going.
All right. StarCraft is doing its 20th birthday, I guess.
Woo!
And Blizzard is putting a bunch of StarCraft goodies in their games.
Yes.
So, like, what is it? Hearthstone. Not Hearthstone. What's the other one that everyone likes? Overwatch.
What?
Overwatch has a Kerrigan skin for
Widowmaker.
Widow. Yeah. And then
It looks
there's,
so good.
yeah. Then there's also, you get like a battle cruiser pet in Diablo 3.
Yeah.
And then
Battlecruiser.
Yeah, Hearthstone, you get a StarCraft themed tavern brawl
Ooh.
sometime during this month.
Ooh.
Heroes of the Storm, people play, I guess, has a StarCraft themed portraits and brawls. I don't know what that is. StarCraft Remastered is getting. I guess there's shit.
Just give me
Let's see.
StarCraft Remastered.
StarCraft Remastered gets a new console skin and a sale from March 6th through 20th, so you can buy that on sale because it's that
Nice.
game's birthday. And then StarCraft 2 gets console skins, portraits, and achievement and decals. Wow, I can't talk at all.
Decals.
That's great for our radio show.
Yeah,
Get some sweet tea and go down the swimming hole.
Christ.
Some lemonade.
Thanks.
Dank.
So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that's
people
really-
people like StarCraft.
That's exciting. Yeah, I mean,
Rest in
StarCraft.
peace, Kane.
Yeah, unfortunately. But yeah, StarCraft is always cool because it reminds me of Warhammer.
Okay,
Fight me, everybody.
It's great.
Space Marines. I love them. Yeah. Problem.
I'm gonna fight you.
You can fight me all you want.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Ah.
Anyway, you guys are weird.
No.
Yes.
Just gonna push my chair over and hit the wall.
No, I'm
I'm so happy he was looking at you guys when he said that.
What?
Yeah.
Shut up, Brian.
You're
the
weird too.
camera's on all three of you, though.
Separated.
No, the camera doesn't separate you.
Your eyes did.
Yeah, my eyes go both ways, though.
He's like a
I can't
puke.
control that.
He's like a puke.
Okay, news. The developers of the Skyrim Switch port have offered to port Monster Hunter World.
I heard that.
Yeah. They I guess it sounds like it's pretty serious about it being like, hey, like it's hard to do, but we're ready, like we're up to the task of like porting it over. So
Would you buy it a third time?
I mean,
I
it's-
wouldn't get it on the Switch, to be honest.
That's I probably would.
I would.
Yeah.
Take it with me to work.
Yeah, exactly.
Easily.
Yep.
Sold.
Yeah, for sure. So, and I mean, it's either like this team works on it or it doesn't get done at all. It seems like so. Like, might as well. And like, I mean, I played the Skyrim Switch a bit, and it seemed fine. Like, I don't know. It doesn't. It's not up to par with like what Skyrim is on like PC or whatever. But
I feel like if World got ported to the Switch, that means like Double Cross may never get ported to the Switch.
Double Cross is dead to me anyway. Like, I'm not
I
going
want
back.
it to be localized.
Nah.
There's a Pre-Mantis Soldier Dragon. It's so cool.
I don't care. Like, if that game gets localized and it's like, oh, here's Double Cross in English, I'm not gonna buy it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Hunter Arts Brave style so cool.
You
I
can
don't
go back
care.
to Ariel.
No.
Brave the video game, the Hunter Art.
I'm not going back to like having to stop to eat and shit like that. Like, no thanks.
Yeah, World's ruined all
Yeah.
other games for him.
Like I'm not going back to being like, oh, here's the overworld. You run out of stamina here. It's like no.
Oh, and the old skill system.
Like yeah, it's just everything. Like we could talk all day about all the shit that it changed from this new game to all the other ones.
There's so many things like in the older games that I appreciate though and still miss that will never be
guess.
encapsulated by like
Yeah.
World. It's like I remember the first time fighting like Glavenus, I was just like, oh shit! You know? There was not
That's
a
fair.
single monster that I was like, oh no, I'm gonna die, because it's just like when like the only arguable one was maybe Valhazak, but I had like two friends that are like, come, just see the cutscene and then just SOS flare and we'll jump in. So it's just like you see the cutscene, you're like, oh, that's really cool, but I'm not afraid because I'm just gonna shoot a flare. But in
I did everything by myself the first time.
Taylor,
what
the one thing.
what.
Meowstress.
Yeah, you gotta get 50 cats from a girl who does cat-related haiku.
Is that the blonde girl?
Yeah.
Yeah, the one that gets picked up by the llama.
And then in Double Cross, her little sister.
Yeah.
Oh.
Also
Yes.
cute, but not
Very cute.
integral.
Great.
I hate it when things are cute and integral. Fuck.
Well, because all the freaking people that give you cats are these spindly old ladies with a giant bag on their back full of
Excuse you.
cats. It's freaking awful.
I love them. I love them.
I've got like 60 of them in my bag and like another 200 at home.
The happy cat
I
salesman.
can find you the exact cat color, tail type, ear type, and
And-
offensive disposition that
instead,
you want.
Me and Ryan are over here like palaco.
Ryan's like, I'm not
Pouring
like
the
that at all.
syrup.
No.
Yeah.
I'm done with you already. It's tuned out.
Can't handle.
I don't know. There's like a lot of things that I really like about the older games, and I want Double Cross to be localized. I have the Japanese version. I play it, but it's just like
Fucking
I play it alone.
Yeah, that's exactly like I wouldn't have anyone to play with besides you guys.
That's like the best.
Well-
Which is
thing.
like that's fine, but like you guys will be ahead of me in like no time if it came out. Or if you guys are already ahead of me, you got it on the Japanese one or
On a
whatever.
release date.
Yeah,
They'll
so,
buy it again and start over though.
Yeah, I mean, like the reality is like I bought World twice and I haven't even played the second one I got on like Xbox.
Oh, right,
so,
yeah.
But
whatever.
you're saying you're gonna buy World again on the Switch?
I mean, maybe I'll take that to work though. Like that's different. If I'm at home, I have two options, and I'm just gonna do one. I can't play two games at once. I mean, if I could, I would.
Cyberpunk future. Switching to handheld. Fucking
So I think that's cool. It's a very like exciting project, and I hope part of me hopes they get it because more people getting World would be great, but if it's gonna cost Double Cross ever getting localized because they're like having two of the same game, like 2 Monster Hunters on the Switch might compete for sales type thing.
Yeah, I mean that'd be weird.
So, but if they release a localized Double Cross, they can release it as like a new game, and maybe like it'll help bolster the Double Cross sales. But a lot of people will hate the quality of life downgrades from World.
Yeah, that would be. Yeah, that's another thing. It's just like, going back to like if your first Monster Hunter was World, and it's like, I got a Switch, and like, it has its own Monster Hunter, and like it's shit in comparison, just like the quality of life stuff or whatever.
Well, there's changes, but like there's other changes that are super good, like Hunter's art and that kind of stuff.
Double Cross, the one with the dragon with the jet
different
engines?
cats
Yeah.
and playing as cats.
What's his name?
His name is.
I wouldn't say. Hang on.
Volvok.
I wouldn't say playing as cats is a bonus.
Some people would disagree with you.
Yeah, it's true.
That was like Kane's whole premise of
That
him
was
playing
Kane's
Monster
whole
Hunter.
thing, right?
Yeah.
Fuck.
What's his name?
Volvok,
Volvok?
right?
The jet engine dragon? It's like jets in its
Yeah, I
wings.
know.
He didn't have like an official like localized name.
No.
Not yet, because they didn't localize it.
Duh.
That's just people like reading the katakana and saying it's an English word. This.
English.
Great.
The
Like
jet
like
engine.
like Roido that I and it was just Lloyd. I'm fucking dumb.
Is that like, remember back in the day, I don't know where you were playing, but it was like Eredu. And like you were like, what's this mean? It's like Eredu.
Hey, dude.
That actually happened to me in like when I was playing Double Cross. I was like it was like something burrito, and I was like, what is this? Burrito. I was like, what?
Yeah.
And then I used it. I was like,
Airblade.
Eredu.
Oh god.
Yes.
Anyway, moving on.
We can't read.
What?
Huh? Go ahead.
reading's hard.
I
So
can
is
read.
math. Wait.
Whoa,
Just for
no.
some of us.
Oh,
Hit me.
I wish I could zoom on you. Yeah.
We can just like
His credits
lean
are
out so
rolling.
it kind of looks like it's just him in the picture.
I'm just like,
I mean, what I need is to like have somebody that just does this bit, but whatever.
just for the
Who
bit to
wants to
zoom
be an
in on.
unpaid intern?
Yeah, fucking for real. Okay. Nintendo is using so you've been building up gold points this whole time on My Nintendo, and now you can use them as like a discount on eShop.
Ooh.
So it's like when you buy a game, if you buy it digital, it's like 5% of what it costs is what you get in in gold coins, and then there's like if you buy physical games, it's like there's an asterisk next to it, but it says like 1%, so it's like about 1%. It's probably just like for first party titles,
Yeah.
for buying them. Like it's you probably have to like check the case and see which ones are qualifying purchases for points. Yeah, and then these coins. So like if you have like basically it's 1 gold coin equals 1 cent off a game.
Mm-hmm.
So it's,
Nice.
yeah. So like right now I have like 850 something, so I have 850 to get off a game. Which
And
is
you'd
not
have to
bad.
do that through their like their marketplace or whatever. Like you couldn't just take that into a store or something.
The problem
No, yeah,
with,
it's only for buying on the eShop. It's not like for in store or anything.
I think what the problem is with the physical ones, why they're cheaper is because you could just go say buy a new copy, take the code, and return the game.
Yeah,
And
yeah, that's true. Yeah, I mean it's either that or they just want to encourage people to use the eShop or whatever. Like
I'm sure it's
it's probably more the former though for sure. Yeah, but what was I gonna say? I can't think.
Oh no.
Yeah, it happens a lot, I guess.
It's like what that smell.
Yeah, no, okay, so yeah, I pointed this out to Brian because he was on looking at games or whatever last night,
Yeah.
2 nights ago, and it shows like under the price of the game, it shows like how many gold coins you get for buying it.
plus
So
20
that's
gold.
yeah, it's like oh this game.
If you have gold coins, does it show how much like it would like you need to like
Yep.
get it or whatever?
what do you mean?
Like if you already have the gold coins, like one, does it show you how many gold coins you
I
have?
haven't gone to like check out and see if it like applies a discount
That's
or
where
anything.
it is. Yeah, it doesn't like say that this game only costs this much.
Oh,
You know,
okay.
if it's normally
Yeah,
30
it would
or
probably
whatever.
tell you like once you're trying to check out
Yeah.
or something,
Okay.
or it would like ask you to apply it. I don't know if it just does it automatically, but
I would assume it would.
Or
have.
ask you like give you an option. Would you like to use your coins? or
yeah,
whatever?
something like that.
Just automatically takes your coins. It'd be like God. You just see little Wario faces. Wow.
Watch Nintendo make
What?
it'll make coins expire.
Yeah, it does. It says after a year they expire.
Bullshit.
So, yeah.
Yeah. That's,
So start using them now if you got your Switch at launch because the Switch is a year old this year, or as of like 3 days ago. So
Yeah, they're already expired.
yeah, that's fucking crazy.
Surprise.
Yeah, I think it also counts for like Wii U and 3DS games, but nobody's doing those anymore.
Sad.
Yeah. Oh, apparently that time limit for expiration is 2 years for Europe. So great.
Europe.
Whatever.
What about the UK? Hey,
fucking kill myself. All right.
Yes.
Yes.
With the Switch turning 1 year old, Breath of the Wild turned 1 year old.
Yes.
That was really nice. I saw a bunch. Oh, because like Nintendo released a bunch.
Facts with Taylor.
Zooms in on Taylor.
Nintendo
Plus 2
released
is
like
4.
new official art that
That's
had like
what
Link
it's
and
like.
Zelda on it. It was really cute.
That's cool.
And I was just like, it was already a year ago. Time flies.
You're just feeling feels.
Yeah.
Every night I
was
feel
like-
my feels.
It wasn't a year ago. It was just a few months ago that we had 3 TVs, 3 consoles, and 3 copies of Breath of the Wild.
I still
playing.
think I was watching you play Skyward Sword like last week. So like,
It's okay. Brian still hasn't beat the game.
Which game?
Breath of the Wild.
What?
It's been a year.
Ugh.
I haven't even beat the first beast.
Really?
Yeah.
it's been a year. I don't have a Switch yet. So
Yeah,
He's
you've
still
been saying
beating
for
me.
At least
a
I'm
year.
not that guy.
I'm gonna buy it. I'm telling you, don't you threaten me with that.
Yeah. Anyway, time for some important news.
Important.
Yeah, that's right. So Nintendo has confirmed that Mario is a plumber again.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess like in September last year, the people had noticed on the Japanese Nintendo site, like Mario's bio said that he seems to have worked as a plumber a long time ago. And I don't know if like people got like upset about that or something, but like they recently changed it. Now it says his occupation is plumber. However, his activity is not confined to that area.
No.
So
Like anybody that does anything in life.
Just because he's working doesn't mean you won't find him at the club.
the club.
The club.
New
Good.
Donk City.
No, don't.
Uh,
Bouncing on the rope.
this article is funny.
Done with
It says the revision shows that Nintendo is still making sure we know Mario is a real Renaissance man, but in a less jarring way than just giving up his historical origins altogether. Someone's like really passionate about this. Fuck.
Someone really, it must have been you.
I'm
not
sure
sure.
he was a fry food cook too. Like,
Was there? Yeah, I mean that's probably like a Mario Party game or something. Got to match up burgers or something.
he's always been a plumber in my book. That's never
You
changed.
put the fries in the grease.
No.
Is that how it works? Only you would know.
Yes.
That's your job.
Professional. And yes.
Professional something. All right.
Asshole.
Professional asshole?
Yeah, that's me.
Okay, got it. Takes real work to be a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Update your LinkedIn.
I'm a hella soon.
Oh,
My LinkedIn.
God. Okay, so there was like this scare, I guess. People were like freaking out because Nintendo on Switches, like the total playtime on people's games were resetting after a year.
How did you say something about that? Yeah.
Yeah, and I guess that it's just like a glitch, and like Nintendo is saying that in the background, the games are still being your logs are being
Yeah.
recorded properly, and they're just displaying wrong after a year. Like it hit a year and it
Oh,
just
yes, the
messed things
Switch
up.
is finally falling apart.
Yeah.
Time for the Switch.
That's
2.
great. Never mind, I don't want to buy it.
Yeah, like people would like look at their profile and see like Legend of Zelda where they put all the hours in or whatever, and it's just like last played 0 days ago, or like first played 0 days ago or something. It's like, oh fuck.
No, man.
So yeah,
But it would have kept you like your data, just your playtime would have been switched or whatever.
I think it just resets.
Oh.
Like, it's just like like if it went because it tells you after 10 days after you first started it how much you've played. So like I would assume if it stays that like 10 days later it would just say you haven't played it at all or something. I don't know.
That's like almost like a clear like wiping the slate like
Yeah.
consciousness thing. It's like, oh, I did not play 600 hours of this game.
Well, some people are proud of that though. Like
No.
I have friends that are that play Splatoon and it's just like 900 hours in this game. I'm like, what?
I was going through like my 3DS like time gameplays and stuff, and like one game had 1,000 hours in it.
Oh,
And I was just like, dude.
That's pretty wild.
Actually, a few games had 1,000 hours in it, and maybe I didn't
Let's
need
be
to.
real.
damn.
That was Eldritch knowledge. I didn't need to know it.
Yeah, you've gained madman's knowledge. You've gained insight. You'll be able to see crazy things now.
Yeah.
See things for what they really
See
are.
the wrinkles on your face and say, "Where did my childhood go?"
Jesus.
It's right there in that game.
Yep.
Like,
It was incomprehensible. Just like
just talking.
Back when I had time.
God,
I was a fool.
so dark.
This is the darkest timeline now. It's a bunch of garbled words with apostrophes everywhere.
Oh my God.
We summoning Shogoth.
This is not literature club.
What?
Moving on.
What are we summoning?
Shogoth.
What's Shogoth?
It's a scary monster
Not
from
Bushta
Elder
Krakish or
Worlds.
whatever.
Can we just stick with Cthulhu? Everyone knows that one.
Yeah,
Shogoth?
well, that's part of the mythos. Whatever. Hi.
Nerd.
Is it like goth, like the?
Like a Shogoth? Like, look at this fucking goth.
Oh, okay.
No.
Like big titty goth girlfriend.
Big titty goth girlfriend. Why live?
That's the. That's the meme.
Yeah.
And the dream.
Let's see. Don't let your dreams be memes, kids.
DREME.
Thank you, word.
No.
That better not become a thing.
DREEM.
Dream.
I don't know. Fucking whatever.
EME.
Oh, like meme?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Sorry, I'm slow. Yeah, I know. Wait, do that again. I didn't
2
catch
plus
what I
2
meant.
is
There
4.
you go.
Might as well know 3.
Quick maths.
Quick math.
All right. So we keep talking about this because it's a big deal, and now it's whatever. It's just a thing we keep talking about.
Monster Hunter?
No, fucking
Because we
So
keep
close.
talking about it.
yeah. That PUBG game. It's been taken over as the most watched game on Twitch by Fortnite. That game that decided to copy it.
I fucking hate Fortnite.
Brian, weren't you watching Fortnite streams?
I wish I could zoom. God damn.
Damn it.
It's so funny.
Cough on your dick or something. I don't want to feel it.
I'm coughing on my dick.
Coughing on a dick.
You're right.
Anyway, so yeah, this apparently it averages nearly 150,000 viewers at any one time.
Jesus.
That's pretty crazy.
I
yeah.
just don't like it. My roommates are trying to like, come on, Charlie, it's so fun. I'm like, no.
You gotta like surf on rockets or
It's like
something.
they're trying to sell me meth. They're like, come on, no one's gonna know.
That's because they're already addicted. They
Yeah,
want somebody
I
else
know.
in it. Yeah,
They're like,
There's already more shameful things in your play history.
it's become such a big thing that like subscribers get like custom shit for Fortnite.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so it's weird, but
Yeah.
people love it, I guess.
No,
So whatever.
not
yeah.
for me.
Yeah, not for me either. I don't think.
like it's, in my opinion, the best battle royale type game is H1Z1, and that's that.
Yeah, I kind of laugh about it though because like it's like now that PUBG is like out of early access, it's not the top game anymore. Type of thing. It's just like
It just immediately
you took so long to come out that somebody beat you at your own game, kind of thing.
The hipster thing.
No, it's the new wave thing. It's funnily enough, I don't like how cartoony Fortnite is.
Really?
I love how I
That
love
seems like
cartoony
something
shit.
you like. Yeah,
Yeah, no, I just
you love cartoons.
I
You
know.
are a cartoon.
Yeah,
That's true.
2D for real.
Oh God. All right.
Hit me.
Congregate. That's like
Yeah,
free
yeah.
game service.
Yeah.
They have a digital download service called Cartridge with a K.
No.
Yeah.
Clever.
I guess it's just like
With a
their
K.
it's like their Steam, I guess, type of thing. Like it's like a download.
The Congregate Cartridge Club.
Yeah, it's oh God, don't say that.
I see. I see what you're going with.
Oh God.
I can't wait to join.
Oh.
Where's the sign up?
But apparently they're focusing on like games getting spotlight that should instead of just like the weird algorithms that Steam has
Yeah,
and
yeah.
stuff like that. So yeah,
That's pretty good.
that seems neat. I don't know.
Because what they normally the Congregate site itself is like browser games, right? Or
Don't,
I
aren't
thought
they
it was
the
like
ones
a
who
lot-
do like a
and mobile
venture
games.
capitalist?
Maybe. Yeah, that sounds right.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's just like a lot of free to play games are on there. So yeah, and I guess the algorithm they have is just it's going to help like games that would just otherwise be lost in the marketplace just surface better. So it seems good. That's a complaint some people have about Steam and like Origin and shit. So.
Yeah. Unless somebody tells you about the specific thing, it's like it's just
Yeah, if they like
good luck
link
finding
you
it.
to it directly or whatever,
Yeah.
it's just like it's totally gone, doesn't exist.
I'm pretty sure that's not the top complaint about Origin.
Oh no,
No, Origin, no.
yeah, just Origin itself is the complaint. Yeah, yeah, I get you.
Who installed this malware on my computer? Oh, I did because I wanted to play Battlefield.
Sad. They got everything.
So this is like big rumor shit, and I don't know how much anyone cares anyway.
Okay.
Like if Eric was here, he would like get excited for a second and then hear the rest of it and be upset.
But he also doesn't like rumors.
Bayonetta 3.
That's true. No, so there's Diablo 3 is apparently coming to Switch. So,
I saw that and I was like,
Yeah, there was like a tweet from Blizzard Entertainment with like it was like a Diablo like nightlight, and it was like we're activating it with a Switch. Get it? Like it's like, oh yeah, and like people are like, oh, that's real clever, and they're like, oh, we're not that clever. It's fine. It's not coming. But like, I guess there's like more sources saying like, nah, it's coming. So
Okay.
I mean, the biggest person that I like Diablo is him that I knew.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Well, three. I mean, I guess 3, right? Yeah. So yeah,
I played 2 too. Eric borrowed my 2 and never gave it back.
it's because he put it in his bloodstream. It seems like. So
You can call him out on it right now. Call him. We'll get you.
Borrowed my battle chest, never returned.
Brian's gonna curse your flight, Eric. It's fucking.
Oh no.
Got a big
Too
loss.
far.
Another Malaysia Airlines incident going to happen.
That's what I was just about to say.
A fucking airplane hellmouth that just opened up.
Horrible.
Yeah, Eric's gonna be like lost in Espanol. Yeah.
We're not going to Guam, are we?
Oh no.
That's how that fucking show goes.
Yeah, I don't know.
Great.
I watched a little bit with you. Remember?
Oh yeah, it was a good show. Brian gave up on it because the guy pushed the button.
Oh, Lost. Yeah, so
The
if
Chemical
he
Brothers.
pushes that button, I'm done.
He stuck to his
He's
word.
like the time is
Fucking
coming.
pressured.
Push the button.
Yeah.
World
Okay, so we talked about this before.
galvanized.
That we speculated on it of there being like a God of War, the new God of War, like as a PS4 Pro or whatever, like a special edition PS4.
And it's not just his face, is it?
No, so
Okay,
I thought it was gonna be like red though, because it's been
Yeah,
a
'cause
theme
that's-
for those forever. And like, so it's just it's weird. Like I can't. I wonder if I can
It's a
pull
black with gray and a little bit of
It
red.
up. No, it's like
Describe it.
I can't pull it up. I can turn this towards you guys, I guess. But it's like
camera.
it's like the side of his. Oh yeah.
Wow.
I'm not. We're using this camera. So
Okay.
if you can see it on there, it's like the side of his like axe
I don't see
type
yeah,
of thing.
yeah.
It's I fucking can't.
No, it's fine.
I can't see in the second dimension.
Oh, okay.
This.
Yeah.
It's like the curve of his blade. I can't
Stupid.
pull it up for. Yeah, it is pretty stupid. Oh, I just switched it because the hotkeys for the fucking
hurt.
camera. Are
Make sure
arrows.
it's
So yeah,
still recording.
it's like there's the thing for that, and then it goes over.
Yeah,
and,
like the
it's
Nordic
dumb,
runes.
all his dumb runes.
That's pretty cool. That was the dumb runes. It's cool.
Violent.
Yeah,
Yeah, God of War.
yeah, God of War.
Rage.
Yeah, fuck it.
Revenge.
So I don't know. That's a PS4 Pro.
3 out of 10.
It's gonna cost $400. I'm assuming it comes with a game. Let's see.
Better come with a game for
Yeah,
$400.
you must, right?
If I do go upgrade to a Pro, I'll probably get that.
Really?
Yeah, why not?
It looks dumb.
Do you even have a 4K
Theirs have a
TV?
sticker on it, so whatever.
That's true.
It's not even a sticker.
It's the same thing as this one, yeah, decal thing or whatever. Yeah, I mean, if you want that game, I'd say get it for sure. So
That looks good.
yeah, for your like your TV that doesn't even have like a stand.
Hey, shut up.
Or 4K.
Yeah, or 4K. Or anything. I mean, mine doesn't.
Processing power.
Yeah, for like the putting it in the like 60 FPS or whatever is still pretty decent, and I'll get upscale
Load
stuff.
times.
Oof.
Yeah.
Monster Hunter load times.
Anyway,
I want to get an SSD.
yeah.
Newegg's like 500 gig SSD. Only 150 bucks.
All you have to do is SS that D.
No.
Easy.
I wanna build a computer, but fucking graphics cards are so
But
goddamn much.
fucking graphics cards.
But fucking graphics cards.
That's
No.
what cryptocurrency's doing.
Yeah, they're butt fucking graphics cards. Oh, that's for sure.
You are such an asshole.
You made me laugh. It's your fault.
Fuck. Cough over there.
It's okay,
Jesus.
Churro.
I miss you, Brian.
I know I'm the one who has PTO, but fucking cough over there.
Let me do it.
God damn.
God damn it. You fucking nerds.
Brian.
Gooby, please.
Gooey, please.
If it's not Liam, it's you coughing on me.
Oh my god.
Dads are used to germs.
All right, this is probably my favorite story this week.
Oh, boy.
So that game Inside, you remember that one? Do you know?
Yes, I remember it.
I'm looking at you because you're the only one that would know. So Inside is a game that's
Inside butt fucking?
that's yeah. So when you finish it, you can finish inside.
It's so dumb.
I didn't have the camera on you when you were rolling your eyes, getting fucking coughed on again. Fuck.
Sure.
All right, go ahead.
I'm making you fucking walk home.
I'll walk on all fours.
He's not even allowed to drive you.
Go on.
All right. So there's a collector's edition coming to this game for the game Inside, and it's $375.
Yes.
Which is crazy because it's a one game that's like $40.
Doesn't it's not? This isn't like a console. This is just like
It's just the game. It's
Okay.
like some indie game that I guess didn't have a physical release before.
for 300.
$375, but
$375 US dollars?
Yes.
It's not like
Dog.
it's not Not like
Not like reals
like
or some
turkey
bullshit.
dollars or
Reals.
something.
Not like rupees or some garbage.
pretty sure it's lira, but okay.
What? I don't give a fuck.
How many shekels?
No. All right. It's a physical copy of a game,
Many
an indie
frog
game
tickets is
for
it?
US dollars.
It comes. So we know it comes with a disc copy of Inside for the PS4, as well as Steam codes for both Inside and Limbo. You can receive.
Stuff how you say inside and out.
They put the rest of what comes in it as other stuff. They don't explain what it is.
Oh, no.
But they've
it
confirmed
butt
they've confirmed it's something made by the manufacturer Real Doll.
We're really finishing inside.
Wow, $375 sounds really like a good deal right about
all
now.
of a sudden.
Not if you've fucking seen the end of that game. What are you fucking at the end of it? It's like some horrible like massive spoilers for the end of that game.
Throw the game in the trash. Just keep whatever comes from Real Doll.
Not if it's just like putty or something. The end of that game is
This
so
used to be a
horrifying.
boy.
Real slime doll.
Don't say it used to be a boy. Fuck.
Oh, no.
It's the sound of flesh pounding.
Oh god.
It's filthy.
But fucking inside has Real Doll.
And they're like refusing to say what it is too. So
yeah,
it's
that's
just
weird.
like-
That's
Pretty
extra
sure none of
weird.
us would want to know what the other person bought.
Do they think that's gonna like increase sales or decrease sales? You're gonna get something from this company.
Does it come
but
in a
we won't
discreet
tell you
box?
what it is.
But this is the company.
What's worse, it says they're also not saying when it will ship. It just says the site only says shipping when done and admits, yes, that's vague through a press release that they received, and it says estimated to ship Q1 2019.
Shut up! Take my $375.
And give me something whenever. I'll forget about it.
It's gonna be like a fleshy potato though, with like extra like child limbs on it.
Yeah.
It's like the end of that game is gross, Brian.
It's fucking disgusting. Oh, don't go like that.
It was a confused one.
Not a
an aroused one.
Not a Homer Simpson.
Not you.
It's not like a beast with a billion mouths or something.
Not yet. It could
Oh,
be.
God. It's like that Nerf ball with all the holes in it. It's just tongues and
It's
stuff.
like so you open it up. It's a Junji Ito manga. It's raw.
God.
I'm done with this.
It's done with you.
They're gonna send you cursed objects.
That was the last news story too. So I just like to save the best for last.
Yeah, it's just like cursed artifacts.
Eldritch horror terrors again.
Oh my God.
Yep.
Anyway, so yeah, that's that. I don't. Do we have like a topic we want to talk
No,
about?
is there anything you'd like to discuss?
I can't think of anything.
You.
You want to talk about your favorite real doll?
Come on, Brian.
Please no.
Is it Rem or Rem?
Oh God.
Remu.
Remu.
Ugh.
All right, we're just going to
What's your
questions.
favorite real
That's
doll?
why Amelia is on
Oh,
sale.
fuck.
Is it Geralt? No. I can make that happen.
You can make that.
Yeah.
How?
Who are you gonna find to play that role?
I'll find somebody.
Troy's gonna just like fucking get a potato sack and stuff it with
He's
straw.
gonna fucking.
I put a silver wig on it.
Oh God.
Some yellow Sharpies.
Just like a fucking like a mop or something.
Not today. Don't make cry. What about you, Ryan?
What?
It's your real doll.
No.
Come on.
This is a conversation no one chooses to be in. They get dragged
It's a
into.
Switch, isn't it? It's a Switch, isn't it?
Sure, yeah.
With a Mario hat.
It's two switches.
Two Switches.
It's actually just a Mario head.
Ooh, Cappy.
It's the one from
The Cappy real
Odyssey.
doll.
Cappy, yes. Cappy, no.
Just see those horrified eyes.
Just full of scared.
Yes.
Are those
And your
tears? I
silhouette.
don't think so.
Yeah, well, anyway. Cool. I wish we had a...
Yeah, that's all I need is an opening and horrified eyes. I guess. Thanks, Cappy.
You fuck.
This hat's awfully starchy.
God.
It's better than staticky. All right.
Oh fuck. All
Come
right.
on.
Don't knock it till you try it.
I don't want to know. Fucking gross
Please. End my suffering.
Stop coughing on me, you fuck.
Quit making him laugh.
I'll real doll your head up your ass.
Whoa.
Stop.
Cthulhu, please.
Would that create like an endless cough if I did that?
It's fucking.
I'd explode and become the Flash.
Just a human centipede of coughing.
Yeah.
It's the Churros coughing.
Oh no! He's got it. That's my whole namesake, Brian. Brian.
My name's Brad.
Hello,
Got
Brad.
Ryan Brian Churros.
Oh God. the 3 yellow dragons you have to fight.
The 3 pillars.
The Churbilax.
The Pillarmen.
What's wrong with you?
Tanuk.
I'm sorry, everybody.
Just stop talking. Stop coughing. I believe the solution at this point is just stop breathing. You fuck. Face that way.
Maybe something we could talk about
I'll
is like
slap you next time he faces
You know,
through.
Oh, you just want to make something up?
yeah, we watched that like fan made trailer
Of
for
Majora's
Majora's
Mask.
Mask.
Oh yeah.
What do you guys feel about like cool like fan made stuff? Like how much work
Positively?
like how much work like a lot of people like put into like just projects they like.
That kind of shit is so weird to me. Where it's like, oh, we spent like 5 years making this Pokemon game, and Nintendo shut it down and like slapped us with a lawsuit. It's like, why would you do that? I don't get that.
Because they love the project so much that they wanted to do it.
But like, why don't you just like make it slightly different and not call it Pokemon?
What would you call it? Like Poke Your Friend?
Sure. I mean, I don't know. There's fucking Legend of Zelda all over the goddamn
Zelda.
like iOS store or whatever. Like you can make it work.
Well, there's that story of that guy that made like a game super similar to like Final Fantasy like 15 or something like combat wise.
Yeah.
And then they were like, oh my god.
I mean, like fucking Flappy Bird came out, and now it's like an arcade game in like movie theaters.
Yeah,
and garbage
which is
now. So
weird, yeah.
It's such dumb shit. But
like just people that put a lot of like work into like fan made projects just because they like it.
yeah.
Well, and it was actually something you and I talked about like last night. It's just like if you make something original content, it's really hard to get people invested in your original content.
That's true,
But if
yeah.
you make something that is based off of something that's already popular, people who are looking for this popular thing are gonna find your content by happenstance, and you'll get more views for it.
That's true. Yeah. Like I mean, even if you got like whoever, like what was the last Pokemon fan game? Like Uranium or something.
Some such shit.
Yeah. And like I guess people like followed that dev team. And it's like, oh, our last thing got shut down, but now we're making something like original. And like they still have like that following, maybe. Yeah, I guess that could make sense.
And well, I mean, a lot of times, like for that one, like we just saw the Majora's Mask one. It's just like it's a passion project. Like they can never like monetize it because
That's
they'll
true,
get shut
yeah,
down.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
like purely by a fan made passion, and like that's actually commendable. Because like they go in knowing a lot of times that it's like, okay, we can't sell this, we can't profit off of this.
Yeah,
but
I'm talking more like the things where it's like that Pokemon game isn't, because it's a game, it's like not accessible anywhere. Like the video you can at least still watch.
Yeah.
Like, they can't make money off of it, but it's still out there, and like that's still like, oh hey, here's our technical prowess of like making a thing. Like the video.
Here's our other
well,
stuff
I mean,
that we
you
do
could technically
Right,
still
exactly.
find the game. They just can't distribute
Sure, right,
it.
yeah, but it's harder for when it's a video game as opposed to like, I mean, YouTube is the big thing where it's like, oh, here's a video that's easy to find, or like music or anything like that.
It was like similar to that Metroid 2 remake that one guy did.
Oh
That was
yeah,
in-
what was that called? It was like letters, like AMS something.
Yeah.
Whatever.
But it was like done really well, and then like when Nintendo finally got around to it, it's actually not as good as what that guy had done.
Oh yeah, like the whatever they did for 3DS.
like Return of Samus or whatever.
People still like that though.
Yeah, I mean
whatever,
it's a
but yeah.
Metroid game. I'm gonna
Yeah.
chomp at the bit
Well,
for
it's
it.
it's like how they that one guy did the translation for Mother 3, and it's like they could like they'll never do it, but if they ever like localize that game, it probably wouldn't be as good as that guy's efforts because he just put so much time of his life into it. Like it's his whole thing. So yeah.
So it's just like it's just something just so cool. Just like people are like just so passionate about just like
Yeah.
just their interest.
And if anything, even if it does get like if they don't make any money for it or whatever, it's like it ultimately does bring more attention to that whole like thing.
Like not only that, like it could be like you could use it as like, oh, I'm just doing like a tech demo just to help myself practice like
Sure, yeah,
the 3D
that's
art
cool
or
too.
whatever. But like I need a basis of it, and like the Majora's Mask one, for example, would be like, well, I know how the story starts. Let me tell that the way I saw how it starts or whatever.
Sure, yeah, that makes sense.
Like,
And like people who like create mods for like Skyrim, it's just like this isn't their original content. Like especially like ones that they try to do integrated ones, like where it's like, here's a new follower and they have a backstory that fits in like all the lore and blah 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 blah. It's like they'll obviously never make money off of that, but like
Don't they have monetized mods now?
well now they
tried
do.
to.
They tried.
Yeah.
I can imagine the backlash.
They still do.
There's actually like a lot of companies that are like, hey, you made this mod for this game. Would you like to work for us?
Yeah, that's
like,
true. Yeah.
Because like there's skills, like it's a learning opportunity, it's a skill building, and you're gonna get a lot of attention
Here's
for
my
it because it's part of a bigger fan base.
Right.
I made the cheese wheel sword. It swings and shoots cheese wheels.
Yeah.
If you're full health, like salt out the sword. Like,
Say no more, you're hired.
yeah.
God.
Cheese wheel.
Yeah.
So I think there's so many benefits to doing fan created content.
Well, there's also stuff like DayZ was just like they modded Arma 3 or whatever, and that became like a whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, and through DayZ, I think like H1Z1 was made too.
Probably, and like stuff like Rust and stuff popped out from that. Yeah.
Yeah,
So.
just like just the amount of like hatchling things that like.
Yep.
It's cool just to
Like,
see
like
the
I said,
expanse
like
of that.
anything like that would just bring more attention to that space. Be like, oh, there's demand for this, rather whether or not the same thing would happen with PUBG or whatever. It's just like, oh, they made this thing, but it's not out yet, and like we already have a game that kind of functions like it. Let's just add a battle royale, and like now that's our main game, I guess. But like, I don't know.
And then there's like, especially like those games that are like they're big in a sense where they let you do like, what's that game that's like it's like D&D, but it's like all in games like Divinity or something. Is it not? Answer me, Brian. Brian, I'm looking at you.
He's gonna cough on you if you don't answer.
I'm not talking to you.
You're on a show to talk.
Is it Divinity
Not to
Original
him.
Sin or something?
I'll talk to all you wonderful
Ask him for me.
I'm
Not him.
not doing that.
Ask him for me. He's like my ex right now.
Oh, God.
Talk to me. God damn it.
You wish your ex would just stop talking to you.
Jesus.
Maybe not your recent ex, but some ex's past. You want to unpack this?
Are we roasting Churro?
Anyway,
He
I
roasts
was
himself.
bringing up, I think it's Divinity. I think I was trying to confirm over here, but
It is.
It's but it's like let's creative people like like tell a story through someone else's like engine or whatever.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty cool.
You piece of shit. I confirmed it as Divinity, and you still coughed over here.
Because you're an asshole.
I want you to fucking go somewhere, die for a day or something.
I'm gonna die after this.
I just changed those light bulbs. Why is one of them out already? That sucks.
Because churro.
Because Churro.
Yeah.
Great.
My aura. I gotta go cleanse my chakras.
Churro, do you want to trade seats?
No.
Yes. Because if he coughs to his right, he's gonna cough on you.
God damn it.
I'll cough to my left.
The worst.
I'm not gonna cough into the mic.
You're never
I'm not
allowed
gonna
to
cough
sit
on
in the middle
Taylor.
again.
Did you like cough into your shirt?
I know any other direction.
It's vampire sleeves. It's
Cough down, cough up, cough behind
I'm literally
you.
like coughing towards your ass, so shut up.
Cough dab.
Cough. No, not cough dab. It's vampire sleeves. No. It's dab with tear in my eyes.
I'll
Because Brian hates me. Oh, God.
Next time he coughs, just fart.
No.
gonna do that.
Can we not?
This
Retaliate.
is the worst. You guys are the
This is
worst.
quickly deteriorating.
That expired guy's
My
watching us
sanity.
live. I think he's counting. He says he thinks that's 8 times.
It is way more than 8 times. I promise you that.
He did. He
Maybe
started
since you've been
watching.
God.
All right. Great.
Hey, you didn't cough on Brian.
At least he coughed that way. Long range.
I can't switch the mic to me to cough. So I have to like pre-mediate it.
You have to edit it so it's All right.
All right.
So that's our topic.
Cool. Great. Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah,
Eating
you're
up
welcome.
churro.
Yeah.
All right. So we have questions,
Let's hit it.
which you can ask us questions on our Discord. We have one of those, which is
We do?
It's in the bio for my Twitter.
It sure
Sometimes
is.
we're in there.
Which is at what is it? What's my Twitter?
Rush 20XX.
Rush20XX is my Twitter. Yeah. So
Thank you,
go
Rutherford.
on there and don't call me Rutherford. Why? That meme will never die. Okay. Let's see. Sebastian Guy wants to know what video game soundtracks do people listen to? He says he got started listening to the Celeste OST on Spotify, and fuck me, it's good. That's what-
Well, if you insist.
God. He says he also regularly listens to the Transistor OST. He says he just wishes Persona 5 was on Spotify also.
Ooh.
Or 2. Sorry, my bad.
As well.
As well, indeed.
Yeah.
So what? Do you listen to any?
Oh boy, do I?
Do you?
Yeah. It also depends on what move I'm feeling. If I'm feeling really sci-fi-y,
Sci-fi-y.
it's a lot of
Sci-fi.
it's a lot of like Metroids and stuff like that. Like a lot of just path. Like Prime was great, but if I'm feeling like sci-fi but scary, I do Dead Space. Lately, though, it's all been like Bloodborne because it's so good. Bloodborne, Splatoon. I was listening to earlier.
Yeah, he put that on. Or, did you put that on?
I
yeah,
put that on,
Yeah,
yeah.
he just like had it on. I was like, what the fuck is this?
Any of the Persona soundtracks are really good.
That's fair.
Funny enough, that Lord of or Shadows of War or Mordor rather had really good like music for like fantasy
Oh
stuff.
yeah.
Mordor or War?
It was Mordor. I didn't listen to any of the war stuff.
Wardor.
Wardor.
It's like for a long time I had like all of the Legend of Zelda like music I could find.
All of it.
All of it. And I would just be like jamming, you know, having a nice time, and then like boss music would turn on, and I would instantly tense up. Like, I'd be like drawing all nice and relaxed, and then I'd be like, you know, like what's wrong? And it's just like, boss music.
I'm being attacked.
I had to start like removing them, so I can't listen to an entire soundtrack. I have to like cut out all of like the intense battle scenes. It was like one time I was listening to like the Monster Hunter soundtrack, and like a lot of like the village songs are all nice and peaceful. Then like, Bold Indigo, which is Brachydiosis theme, like starts playing, and I was just like,
Just gets all intense.
yeah, and go into fight or flight mode.
I usually don't listen to like soundtracks because it's like for some like the ones I've had before, it's just like it has like everything. So it's like, oh, here's this like this grandiose song or whatever, and then it's just like here's like the 5-second clip of like opening a chest. I'm just like, what? I'm just like I'm listening to it, and it's just like, oh, it plays like this like little loop, and I'm like, okay.
Well, there's like the thing where like how I walk everywhere, so I'll play like just soundtrack just cause. And sometimes it's like, yeah, this is an epic, like, you know, walk to the bank. Or, but sometimes I'll play like Dracula's like castle from Castlevania. I'm like, like I'm just like, yeah, sliding. I'm like, where's the Medusa heads? And I'm jumping.
There are times where I'll like seek out individual songs or whatever. Like I have the Jump Up Superstar one from Mario Odyssey. I just have that on my phone for whenever.
I do this thing too, or sometimes the music in the game I'm playing isn't good enough, so I'll put on other music from previous games.
Yeah, that's my thing too. Is like I'll be playing like if I'm playing Celeste, like Celeste has a really good soundtrack. Like that's not a lie, but it's just like, oh, I'm trying to do like a B-side and I'm dying like 50 times in the same area. I'm just gonna put a podcast on or something. Like I'm just like, this song's cool, but I've heard it like 12 times now because it's just I keep doing the same area.
There's like one particular song that's like really good in Dark Souls 3 that I was doing the Xeno'jiva fight in Monster Hunter World, and just Xeno'jiva's music wasn't that great to me, so I put on like the who was it? Here, let me find it really quick. But it's really good. I'm like, now this is like epic shit. Like I'm like, yeah, like freaking out. Like I went from just like, yeah, this is a fight. I'm like, this is taking forever to like, oh my god, it's flying and shooting lasers, and there's like a full like operatic bullshit behind me. It's like, this is awesome. It's in my face.
Operatic bullshit behind me.
What is this?
I also like listening to.
That's what he calls its farts.
Oh no,
operatic bullshit.
I also like listening to soundtracks of games that like I don't see myself playing but miss playing. So like Dark Cloud, I have like the Dark Cloud theme like constantly like on all my playlists because it instantly brings me back to like playing that game. But I'm like, I can't actually play that game, but now I have all that feeling and nostalgia of playing it.
The song was Vort of the Boreal Valley.
Vort?
Vort.
Like Vart?
Vart?
Is Vart a word?
Sounds like fart.
It's VORDT. Vort.
Oh, Vort.
Forte. Forte, mi amico.
Forte.
Mi amici. Forte, go down and get me some papa. I don't know, something.
Jesus.
Yeah, dude.
What about you, Brian?
I'm actually one of those people that plays Spotify over my game music, and then when I'm at work, I'll play game music.
So what do you play at work then?
I just put on an hour-long compilation. Don't even know what's going to be
Just
in it,
whatever
and just
it is.
listen through it
I
all.
guess that's it. Like I've never played the game, and Troy gets so mad. But like I'll just put on, like I'll be doing, like, I'll study something or whatever on computer, and like all of a sudden, like YouTube will just play like what is it called?
Jet Set Radio
That
feature.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just all of a sudden have Jet Set Radio, and just like here's like the whole thing. It's just like one track that's like 2 hours long or whatever. And I'm just like, this
God.
is
Like, understand that
Oh,
concept.
I thought you
love.
meant the same track for 2 hours. I was like,
no. It goes through the whole soundtrack. Or
I was
whatever.
like, that's the reason I listen to regular music when I'm playing a game.
It's like I never played Bastion, but I have like the entire soundtrack saved on my Spotify. So it's really nice to listen to.
Game. You should play that.
Yeah, and its soundtrack's a real bomb.
Yeah, I guess I'm one to talk. Fuck. But I also really like when they do like when people do like remixes of songs.
Oh, yeah.
For video game stuff. Like there's the whole Kong in concert thing where it's just like classical piano type stuff or like different
I
stuff.
thought you were going to say
like,
simple and clean again.
nah.
No.
They're doing that.
But they
again.
do like remixes of like Donkey Kong Country music or stuff like that.
Thanks.
Here, one
I
for
don't
Taylor.
appreciate that. Because it's
I
like,
do.
you know what? It's face level for me. I'm short. At least it was Brian's back and shoulder.
Just cough into your arm. What's
I cuffed into my hand.
ugh.
It was one more cough on me from a dick punch.
All right.
See, you got your one, so now I can get dick punched.
I'm going to get sick.
Nah.
All right.
But yeah, no, there's just there's so many good music. I one time I did like I did what you do, like the random like YouTube like playlist or whatever. And
Yeah.
I was on the Doom soundtrack, which was fucking incredible.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then like it ended, and then for some reason went straight to the Insidious soundtrack, and I got really scared.
Oh Jesus!
I was like, oh. Yeah, I'm all pumped, and then all of a sudden, then it's like all of a sudden really scary cellos. Like I got like, I was at work and it was nighttime, so I got real scared.
I'm just picturing like the subtitle like brackets like menacing cellos.
Yeah, it just like zooms in on me, and I'm just like wide eyes, like, oh.
Imagine the SpongeBob episode, the hash slinging slasher.
The cash bringing.
Fucking
F
nerds.
is for friendship.
No, that's the wrong episode, Brian. You should know.
Oh my
We
god!
watched
Do
those
stuff
forever.
together. No, I'm thinking about music, not your
God.
freaking
Brian just listens to SpongeBob
trumpets
music.
intensify.
That's good.
Stepping on the beach.
Fuck.
Drops the ice cream, just.
Guys, don't stop doing that. I used to like doing. We'd put on the soundtrack for Smash Bros. For like Brawl, I think.
Yeah.
And like we just tried to like guess like who it would go to. And there's like a song where you didn't know. It's like, is this like WarioWare or something? Like they have like a bunch of different things that all mix together.
Yeah.
So I meant like the intro, like the really like weird like operatic thing, and I was like, oh,
I love that word.
I was like, ooh.
Is that a word?
Operatic.
I want to know if that's a word.
Operatic.
Yeah.
Let's Google it on
It
your own
is.
time. You fucking nerd.
Yeah, you nerd.
Ask the Twitch chat.
How
which
dare
we're-
you not know?
Whatever. Anyway,
Can we get some kappas in the chat?
can we get some
No.
Kappas.
Stop. Blocked.
You're not allowed to
no,
talk.
no custom emotes on this?
Moderator,
Damn it.
please.
Ben.
Band.
I just like shatter like Yu-Gi-Oh.
You
Shadow
just-
Realm.
I just fall flat. Just brain dead.
Oh.
Dead
Alright.
from the neck up.
Moving on.
You're
Yeah.
already brain dead.
Necromorph.
Moving on.
Yeah.
So
Thank you for your question.
we have a question from Niall.
Hi.
Yes.
They,
Hello.
they say, yo. I've been playing the Lego games and want to know what's your favorite one.
Ooh, shit, girl.
I remember having Lego Racing on the PlayStation 2. And you got to build your own car.
Yeah. I think that's the only Lego game I've ever owned.
The
That-
racing one?
I owned it.
Yeah, oh.
We're the same person.
The truth.
It's all the same house. It's all community, whatever.
Yep.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
I never owned another Lego game.
No.
No.
It was fun.
What about you, Tro?
I played like a lot of them.
A lot of them?
Yeah. The third Star Wars one was really, really good. Or the newer one that was came out with Force Awakens.
I don't remember. Did you play that one?
I played a little bit of it, yeah.
that's
And then
cool.
you could go like back to play like prequel shit. But
Oh, really?
One of the best ones was I call it Lego GTA because it was Lego City or something, or Lego Heroes, some such shit. And you play as a cop, and it's like you have like the full like.
What? Yeah. What are they gonna do for like Lego like Episode 7 or Episode 8 Star Wars?
Like,
Like, there's like one fight in that movie.
there's one of like it's just ugh.
Yeah. Just run away from this
It's
casino.
it's
or
an
whatever.
it's escort.
Yeah. Oh God.
Ugh.
Yeah, no kidding. I don't know.
You just have to run from Lego cops.
Those weird fucking.
Not the Lego. I didn't like the Lego Adventure stuff, but the Lego Batman stuff got really good.
Lego Batman 2.
Yeah.
Was like open world or whatever.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
a good one.
Which
for sure.
which one had the full voice acting? Was that 3?
I don't know.
They had like real voice acting. It had to do with a lot
I
with like
think
the
three- I think
lanterns.
3 different.
Was that Beyond Gotham?
Yeah, that's 3. Yeah.
Yeah, that one was really good too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
I'm sorry. I'm really not.
Sure,
but, I'm
you,
sorry.
you can cough
You
over
will
here.
be.
Just aim for my
You will
shoulder.
be.
Don't cough in my face.
I'm not gonna cough at your face.
As long as
You
you're
did
not
last
coughing on the
time.
mic,
Well, I
don't
had
care.
my hand. Whatever.
Your hand doesn't do anything.
Yeah, I know.
My hand will do something.
Get stuck.
Not
What am I, a slime?
Or are you like a fucking puppet and turn your head the other way?
Nah,
You can.
You're like that weird that large fish that's like really thin in SpongeBob that wants to
Oh,
beat us.
Flats?
SpongeBob. Yeah, Flats.
That's the flounder.
And Tro's just SpongeBob. Just
That tickles. I said I'm
He
ready.
wants to kick my butt.
How many times will we teach you this lesson, old man?
I love the young people.
You see what you do?
God damn it.
I don't even have to say anything anymore. See, I mean, he's already my puppet.
God, no.
No.
I can't feel a thing.
I really like playing the first Lego Star Wars. That's what we were talking about, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and or not. Was it the first one or whichever one did like the prequels? Because like it came out before 3 did. And like it spoiled 3 a little bit. I remember playing through. I was like, "Oh, here's like Grievous fight." I'm like, "Oh, I'm Obi-Wan. Okay, I guess that's how
You're
that
like,
fight's gonna
whoa.
go." Like I was just like, "Oh, like I remember watching
Shoots
I remember watching Episode 3 in theaters, which I thought was a good idea. I guess I don't know. And
At the
like,
time it was.
Yeah, it's fine. Not after 2 though. 2 was so.
2 is
whatever.
Fine.
But yeah, so like I was watching that. I'm like, I remember doing this in Lego Star Wars. Just little shit like that.
How uncivilized.
I was like, where's the part where my player 2 is Jar Jar and I can
You
just
just
fucking
kill
kill them? Yeah.
That's what a lot of people bought the first one for.
Well, that's the same game or whatever, right? Yeah. So
It's like, fuck.
yeah. I remember that being like a thing on X-Play when that was still a thing. That was when like the first Lego Star Wars came out and they're like, you can finally kill Jar Jar.
Oof,
It's like a
X-Play.
big like, yeah. Wow.
Oof, Morgan Webb. Come back.
Rest in peace.
No.
She's dead.
All right.
All right.
So, yeah, to answer your question, Lego Batman 3 is definitely the best.
Lego Racing, because it's the only one I played.
Lego Racing for Brand.
Confirmed.
He won't talk to me. I'm like, what's wrong, Brian? He's like, nothing. I was like, wow.
If he inhales, he'll absorb your spores, and that can't be happening.
My sports.
It's a bad game.
Shut up. What's next? Thank you for the question.
Yeah, thank you for the question. Jorge Suarez,
Yes.
he says, is it too soon to start talking about E3? And he says, oh, well. He says, what do you hope get announced? What do you hope, or what do you not want to be announced? I don't know if there's anything I wouldn't want to be announced. That's weird. He says he wants Blizzard to announce Overwatch story mode, but he's not ready to hear about a next-gen like PlayStation 5 or PSVR 2. I guess that's fair, yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to hear about a new Sony system.
I'm actually
yet.
down for some new VR.
Yeah? Like what? Like just PC stuff or whatever?
improved.
Yeah. Well, they have the new Vive or whatever. Isn't it like a wireless or something? It has the headphones built in, which seems like a misstep.
I wouldn't want that.
No. I think that's what they're doing, though, so...
Because of the whole like head.
So I'm
grade.
ready for the next generation already.
You want the Vive 4 or whatever?
I don't want freaking Vive by Beats.
You don't want like the Tron
by
helmet.
Beats by Dre or anything like
Beats
that.
by-
The Vive by Dre.
Oh, I'd rather not. Thank you. That's
How much would that cost? Just way too much because it has his name. His
Costs
fucking,
almost as much as that stupid gold headset with that.
the fucking
Origins
Assassin's Creed
game.
one.
That'll never not be on my mind when I'm talking about
like
overpriced
$16,000.
garbage.
comes with a bust?
Gold foil.
The bus was separate for different money.
Could you imagine if it was actually a solid gold headset? How heavy it would be? There's no way that
And how
that
easily
thing is either
dented it would
super
be.
uncomfortable or it's cheap as shit.
It also,
and
yeah, it
overpriced.
would also like warp on your head too. It would just suck.
Or it'll
Yeah.
warp your head. Just
yeah,
it
it
would
would give
put
you
a-
brain damage.
Instead of just a headphone dent in your hair, it's a headphone dent in your head.
God damn it. Anyway,
Oh, man.
fucking, I don't know.
I mean,
Like, is there? What are you looking for? What do you want to be announced at E3?
I look forward, and this is very sarcastic, to all those like third-party or indie games that are gonna get super hyped up and then canceled.
Like
Oh.
what?
Early
Like-
access forever.
Oh no. Like fucking the dwarf game we were just talking about. That was at E3 last year, and it's not coming out. Like, it's not going to be out till 2020. Great.
Yeah, I kind of this isn't like third party or indie, but like the scale bound. It's just like I got super hyped up during E3, and
yeah.
it's like, oh, by the way, it's never happening, which was okay for me, but
ooh,
Season 1 never.
yeah.
that Cyberpunk game. I would really like to see.
Oh,
something from that.
2077?
Yeah,
Yup. I don't think
really-
we're going to hear about that this year, though.
Probably not. But but I'm saying what I would like.
Do they even do E3? I can't remember.
The
No, yeah, they do, right?
They
'Cause
must.
They showed, like, Witcher 2
Yeah,
there, I think.
yeah.
Yeah.
I want Square Enix to show off Religion.
I don't know what that is.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
What is that?
yeah, what?
It was kickstarted as like a project. It has like elements of everything from like Harvest Moon, Pokemon, like Rune Factory, all kinds of shit. You know, there's farming, villager interaction, I think home
Befriend the
building.
animals.
Yeah,
ride-
taming animals, leveling up animals, and also boss fights and multiplayer, all kinds of really interesting stuff. And like fishing, all kinds of like random skills. But they not only met their kickstart by leaps and bounds, but met all of their stretch goals.
That's pretty cool.
And yeah, just every once in a while, just like look, it's like, hey, when is this gonna come out?
Never.
It's actually supposed to be out sometime this year, I think.
Really?
Yeah, like later this year. So
Here's hoping.
hopefully something about that, and it's at least published, if not, I don't think it's produced, but published by Square Enix.
See, that'd be cool too, because it'd be one of those that's coming out this year. Then you finally hear something about it,
Yeah.
so you can actually have hype and like live in it for a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
instead of having to be like, what is it? What's the Last of Us?
No,
It could be Last of Us 2 and just be like, here it is, like 6 years from now.
I want the next installment of the Elder Scrolls series, and I don't want it to be online.
It's gonna be. I think they're holding on to that thing pretty hard. It seems like. And if not, it's fucking Skyrim VR or whatever. Like they're just so into that.
I want online in Skyrim to just stop for a while, take a break.
Just please stop.
Please stop. Why are you doing this?
Realize your MMOs fail.
I would like a general just like not announcing games that aren't coming out for 2 years or whatever type of thing. Like that's been the like they talked about all those games at E3 for Sony, and like they talked about them again at like PlayStation Experience and everything. It's just like we keep hearing about the same fucking
And
games.
half of them aren't out yet.
Yeah, oh yeah. Like we just got the date for Detroit like this week, and that's been at E3 since like 2015, I think. Yeah, it's fucking crazy. So no, maybe not 2015.
Give us Bloodborne 2.
Something like that. Yeah.
I want it.
That's a game that wouldn't be out for a while.
I know.
Though, I feel like. But they're working on something though. They showed that at Paris Games Week, I think, last year.
Did they?
Or was that the?
Was it
That might have been PlayStation Experience, but yeah, that team's working on something.
Yeah,
So-
hopefully.
I think I've mentioned this a few times on the show, but like the one year at E3 when they finally announced Kingdom Hearts 3 and no one clapped because they thought they were just being like carrot on a stick again.
Well, they did that for they had the was it PlayStation Experience where they showed off the they're like, oh, here's Final Fantasy 7 again. But it was like the PC port.
Yeah.
But then they followed it. That was like E3. They followed it up like 6 months later, and they had like the actual remake that they're doing. So, which is coming out in like chapters or something. I guess.
Yeah,
But
episodic.
Yeah.
They just show like the opening cutscene, just like flashier, like
Did they put a light switch on the wall?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Fucking shit. The weird thing with that though, the Final Fantasy 7 is like the story might be different too. It's like, what point is this just a different game?
Yeah.
Like
It's
just the same characters, I guess. Like,
I remember like before that got announced, I was like, if they ever do an HD remake of Final Fantasy 7, I will finally play Final Fantasy 7.
yeah, I was gonna say I haven't played it either. That's probably what I'm gonna wait for too.
And then they're like, we're gonna like re-release it, except the shitty PC port. And then it's like, hey, just kidding, we're gonna release it in HD like everyone wanted. And I was like, yeah,
totally
I'm
remade.
gonna play that. And then a few weeks later, oh, by the way, it's episodic.
Yeah.
It's like, oh.
yeah,
It's like I know it's just not going to be the same gameplay experience as like
people
the
were
original.
so hyped for that E3 because it was that, and then they did like Shenmue 3 or whatever was like kickstarted or whatever. Like none of that's out still.
Yeah.
So I don't know. My focus is on like Nintendo stuff, just because
it's like a
Surprise.
It's another weird thing too. Is I still don't get the hype for Shenmue because it just looks like a poor man's Yakuza.
Yeah,
Hey.
well, can't help that, I guess.
Listen,
What, Taylor? What, Taylor?
gotcha machines.
Okay,
Cats.
but like in
You should
Yakuza,
like
you can like
She said that kind of like Metal Gear Solid, like gotcha machine, son.
gotcha machine, son. Senator Armstrong Tater Tot.
Yep.
Nano machine.
Yeah.
in Yakuza, you can like
Son
you
ever
can do like
again.
host clubs, hostess clubs.
Oh, well then you lost me.
Damn.
Hostess clubs.
But you get to be the cool guy running the place with
but
the eye patch.
I want to be the cool girl with the hosts.
She wants the Bara clubs.
Yeah.
The Bara clubs.
Mhm. Give me that.
I'm sure we can.
I
Look
gotta
That's
have
what
you,
I want
I gotta
at
have
E3.
you watch that Gintama arc. It's pretty good. They all dress up as like hosts for like a male club, and like they take like the "Just Do It" like slogan from Nike. They just like keep saying it in English for some reason. It's so weird. It's fucking funny though.
Nimor Kadra.
She dresses up. It's good.
Yeah.
Anyway,
You got me.
Yeah, no, it's just Nintendo shit for me.
Well,
Yeah.
don't they kind of do their own thing, like
Yeah,
the
but
Treehouse?
they do like big stuff around the same time. Like I mean, remember their E3 was because they do E3 also, but it's like they're just there,
Yeah.
type of thing. But like for what was it, 2016?
I'd rather your heart explode than you see
Jesus.
Yeah, I had to suck that back in.
Yeah, but yeah, like 2016 was just Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
and they did like crazy with
They
it.
made their whole like wing like
Yeah.
all foresty and cool.
I mean, I'd be good with just like a date for that Project Octopath Traveler. Can't even fucking
Ooh.
say it.
I don't know why. I just like stopped listening. I'd be okay with a date
What?
with Nintendo. That's
Day
my
till my
E3
Nintendo.
experience.
That'd be a good date.
That'd be a good date.
It would be. Miyamoto will just throw it to the side.
This is an old Asian man.
Can Reggie be
You could,
there?
you could like hold on to his neck.
Oh, what if he's wearing
Squirrel.
the? What if
Now,
he's
now
wearing
we're
the
just
Mario
like making like
cosplay?
some like Nintendo dating game with like all the employees. There. the true route is just like you summon a Wada. Just have the perfect
Just
channel
Iwata.
That's what I want from E3.
Only a Wada. Okay.
Okay.
God. So sad.
Yeah, me too.
But I really do
Control.
look forward to watching it this year.
For E3 stuff? Yeah. I mean, that's like our anniversary for this show, too. So
Yep.
that's cool. But
I stopped hearing it at our anniversary. I was like, oh, Dawn.
Dating,
please.
anniversaries.
Joe's getting all sweaty again.
When did you stop?
Shake it off.
I don't know. I'm the only one that wants this, but like new Pokemon. I just want
You're
one
right.
For one
We're the only one that wants
That's
it.
fine. Yeah, I like it though.
Sure.
So whatever, Brian. Fucking
What are they going to do? It in
I don't know.
space?
It depends on who the
Sure.
professor is, because I think that's like how I end up
You
buying.
think?
I think that's how I end up buying the games.
Us.
That's racist.
Like Professor Sycamore, I pretty much bought that for him.
Oh, for X and Y.
I was like, Professor Sycamore, huh? And then I saw Professor Kukui, and then I was like, oh, he's married. And then I saw his wife, and I was like, okay.
Back in the game. Oh boy.
That's why it's adorable.
Taylor's making a new list already.
Yeah, woo. Gotta update the wiki.
Fuck.
Don't
Yeah, that's the idea.
Dear Bloggery.
That's live journal, Brian.
Koi.
So, if Switch Pokemon has a professor that's choice, then you know.
Choice.
It's choice.
Oh my god. You can't hide anymore. It's camera.
She does delicious browns and foxy grandpas. You got a cute wife? She's about it. Taylor coming and knocking.
Got an unsatisfied wife. Here's
Hey,
Taylor.
here's Taylor.
Here's 3 dinner settings for Friday night.
Oh no. She's dying. I wish I could zoom so bad.
Zoom.
Oh my god.
It'd be like that
I'm
Rick
dead.
and Morty thing where his parents come over to visit.
What?
Wasn't it Rick and Morty? Oh,
I can't remember.
oh, it's totally Rick and Morty.
Probably.
Oh
What?
She's dying.
Fucking shit.
She's dead.
Oh, I'm not going to be composed for a while, so I just continue talking.
So steamy.
Ooh, woo.
It's way too hot to be wearing this jacket
Oh
now.
my god.
Churro needs a cool drink. Monster Hunter.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I get it.
Yeah. Oh, wait to
Because there's
that.
no hot drinks.
Oh.
Yeah.
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 That's what Taylor's looking for.
So thirsty.
Gotta get it on the island. Straight from the island. That
Don't
sweet,
say the island.
that sweet spice.
Next.
All right.
This is what I don't want from E3.
Show just goes off the rails.
Yeah. It wasn't a Clive Mary question, though.
That's
So
true.
We never
Yeah.
even saw the rails.
Yeah, the show started in the
Where we're
gutter.
going, we don't need rails.
Yeah.
All right. Rafael Zuleta wants to know, what's your favorite Mario Party minigame?
Oh, shit.
He says his was Toad in the Box from Mario Party 2 because it was the only one I could win when I was 4 years old. He says you just hit a dice block so it lands on the toad. Okay.
There's a lot of really good ones I don't know the name of.
I don't know.
There's one where there's just a chain chomp, like you're on this like magma island, and chain chomp just kind of like comes up and he's like arf arf, and then he like shoots forward, and then he destroys part of like
Arf,
the
arf.
map. Yeah,
Yeah.
and you have to like dodge him, but you can also the map shrinks and he breaks like most of the parts, so it, like the hole gets smaller and smaller, and you're like fuck, and then fucking Yoshi pushes you into it.
I don't know what it says about me, but I was always a big fan of like the 1-on-3 ones where I guess I got to play by myself. And just like be like the big asshole, just like fucking people up, or the opposite spectrum. Like,
It's almost as if
We're one on three.
just switch back between cameras. Yeah, I guess so, huh?
My favorite.
What does that say about you, huh?
My favorite were always the cooperative ones that you could fuck someone else over.
Yeah.
Naturally, I would just like if it was a game where you're running from like a common enemy and you could jump on somebody else, I'd be bouncing off Taylor's head all the way to the finish line.
oh god, it wasn't you, but there's this one mini game where like you have to memorize like stuff on a platter, and then like something will
I
ask
remember that
and it
one.
rolls around.
Yep.
But like I'd play that with I might have been either my brother or one of my friends at the time, but they were just like they knew where the thing was. They're like it's
Every
right
time,
here.
yep.
They're right here. I'm like, well, pick it up. They're like, and they move over and grab the other one. I'm like, oh, they were correct every time.
Yeah. That's fucking wild.
But they purposely not fucking.
Yeah, it's fucking. I remember there being one where it was like. It was like toadstool things you were on, and it's like 7 of them, like different colored ones, and like somebody off to the side would be holding up a color, and like that's the one that like all the rest of them would just like go underground or like into like lava or whatever. And everyone had just like pile on the same thing, and you could like push each other off and shit. That was always a good one. That just like every time somebody mentions the Mario Party minigame, that's what I think of. So
my go-to one is like there's one where like a bunch of bomb bombs are walking, you have to throw a bomb into it and then try to detonate the most. And since explosives are my like greatest strength and weakness. I always won that one because like of course
She'd be blessed in one game and then cursed in another.
Yeah,
I feel like definitely the worst ones are like the ones where it's just 2 versus 2, and it's like you have to like take turns alternating pressing a button to like inflate a balloon or some bullshit. Those are the fucking.
Or you have to like
worst.
do one of these little
Mine
like, one of those wheeled
minecart things exactly.
Just click click.
That
A
shit's
lot of the
garbage.
Bowser mini games were really bullshit too.
Well, yeah, it's Bowser. He's gonna fuck you up.
my favorite meme though is like Luigi wins by doing nothing, and it has like you
Oh,
know
the
like
rolly ball
the
one?
one like where it's like the ice platform and everyone's like on a ball and you have to try like skate around and it's just like Luigi's just
He
standing
just stands
there,
there waiting.
like everyone just
He's like I can't even talk. Fuck.
Remix.
Eldritch Horror.
Just declares victory. Just standing there. He's like, I already won.
someone did that with like a bunch of the Mario Party minigames. That's just the most popular gif of it. It's
Oh,
just
really?
like Luigi wins by doing nothing. Mario Party minigames. I love it.
There's some like
One time I did it though. I was just like I just stood
That's
there and
wild.
did nothing and won.
some really wacky ones are the ones where you have to use like the DS mic or like what was it the one of the other ones.
Oh,
they
the
had to, like,
GameCube mic.
Was it the GameCube mic? And you just have to blow into the into like you can like it was like something you were in a leaf and you had to like blow the leaf and it's like fuck. And then yeah, it'd be like, or you're screaming into the thing.
They had that one where it was like the mic that plugs into like the GameCube, the
Yeah, that's
save,
what I
the memory card thing. Okay, I don't know.
Just blatantly blanking out like as I'm talking to you.
I'm like trying to think of it as you're already telling me what it is.
God damn it.
Yeah, well,
So yeah,
yeah.
Chomp Chomps are
Chomp Chomps.
They're scary. They're real scary. What's up?
Yeah.
Yes.
Jorge Suarez came back for one more question.
The Revenge.
He says he wants to know if anyone cares about the Bloodstained game, which is like the new Castlevania, or from the same guy that made Castlevania.
This guy.
Yeah, me too, for sure. I'm just waiting for it to come out. Like
Yeah.
they had to cancel all the Wii U versions because nobody's playing that anymore. But it's coming to Switch and stuff.
Yeah,
now,
they
so.
like. Did I ever tell? Was it you that I was talking to you about how they like teased it for the Switch?
Yeah, I think
They
so.
like had left a little box and like you open it up, it's the Switch on, and then you turn it on, it's like Bloodstained. It's like the opening menu. It's like whoa.
Yeah, it's wild.
It's like we're coming to the Switch. I was like,
A Switch, huh? Sorry.
so that's why. So that's why one of the reasons I wanted to get the Switch was definitely for that. Because
What if they just put like a stick on top of?
I feel like that barely even has like a year though. Like it's maybe this year.
I so hope it's this year.
Yeah,
Just
so-
because.
yeah, that's what I want at E3. Tell me when that fucking game's coming out.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's. I mean, I really hope it's not like a Mighty Number 9 thing. That would suck.
I have a lot of trust in the guy. So.
Ego. Ego.
Foolish.
Yeah.
No, not foolish.
Don't call foolish. Just rude. All right. I think that's everything. That's all the questions we have for this
Nice.
week. So
No.
yeah, I guess we're done.
Yeah.
Short show.
Nice.
This one went off the rails so often.
Yeah.
It's because Cho kept
Wild.
coughing.
Oh, it's my fault.
It really is.
No.
I mean, we can fill the void with more monsters.
Yeah.
Let's
Let's watch the recording on how many times you fucking coughed on me.
Scrub through it. It's not that long. Scrub through this time. So
Yeah.
yeah, just
If you upload this on YouTube, like add like a counter noise. Bing.
No, just make it like a
Brian's pissed meter. Every time he fucking coughs on me, it just goes up a little bit.
It's yellow because it's piss.
just
it goes from clear to yellow to gold. Haven't drank water in a while. Color. Iron Man piss.
Just make it like every time he like clenches his fist, like the Donkey Kong wind up sound, in, like Smash Bros. Fuck.
That's the sound of the dick punch.
Dick punch. Oh no.
I'll Kong your dong. Fuck you.
Don't call my dong anything. Feature length.
All right, we're done.
Donkey Konga.
Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. If you're watching
Hey.
us live, that'd be cool. Yeah.
Your dong's the Vine
I
equivalent.
totally didn't have the camera on you when you did that. You wanna
Do it
do that
again.
Shit, I don't remember what I did.
It's right here.
So, I know where it is.
Clearly not. You're pointing the other way before.
Stand up.
I'm just gonna talk this way now.
Yeah.
Oh.
I was talking that way earlier.
The other camera's like on the floor. Why would you even look over there?
Hello.
Who's saying things?
Whomst.
Anyway, whatever. So yeah, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching.
Nice.
Find us, I guess, live if you're listening to like the recording or whatever. We're on twitch.tv/rush20xx.
Wink.
You can also find my Twitter, rush20xx, and that's where the Discord link is on my bio on there too.
Yes.
That's where I also put out the shows and everything. But yeah, everyone else is on Twitter. Taylor is at the Foe. Churro is Churro Burrows. Brian is, I don't know.
Kong your dong.
Kong your dong.
Kong your
Sure. Whatever.
Shows that I wasn't coughing on you. I was coughing behind you.
Fucked. You can find this show and all other shows on iTunes and Stitcher and Google Play Music and Spotify and all that stuff.
Yes.
The video portion will be on YouTube eventually. I'll tweet that out the next day after this goes up. I usually put the audio up as
I'll
soon as I
retweet
can. So yeah, there we go.
For real this time.
Oh, good. Thanks. It only took 40 weeks for you to fucking do it.
Hi.
A whole 2 followers.
He's not wrong.
Yeah. Great. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thank you all
you.
for joining me. We're out. Goodbye.
Thank you.
Are we out? Yeah.